Hey guys, Island Turtle, welcome to BOMISpirit. So, hi, sorry for a little bit of the delay. You know how it is with the technology over here. And as you can tell, we're still not live on the desktop, but that's okay. I'm just taking it in stride. But happy Monday. I hope your week is off to a really good start. And thank you for being here. If you're catching this after the fact, also thank you for being here. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. What was I gonna say? If you're new, just doing my spiel. If you're new, just the way that this works, we go over just kind of like the overview of the week, just from an astrological perspective, and also just what I'm sensing as an intuitive. And then we get into the astrology, and then we also get into channel messages and cards. Sometimes that's group based. It's been groups lately. Sometimes it's signs. And yeah, that's just how we roll over here. If you guys saw the post that I made, you'll already have a little feeling of what this week is going to be about. It's going to be a fun week. It's going to be a wild week. That's a better way to say it. It's going to be a wild week. People are going to be a little wild. Not necessarily in bad ways either. This can be really fun. But I'm going to catch my comments really quick before we dive in. Let's see. I think I have a couple announcements too. Let's see. Beautiful. Pulled the dragonfly card today. Oh, cool. Oh yeah, happy Pride. Haven't seen any dragons lately, but when I do, I get them to land on me. Oh, that's cool. Let's see. I can't believe it's June. I cannot believe it's June. Aloha, CJ. Let's see. Yeah, I can't believe it. Well, I can believe it. It's just like, wow, we finally made it to summer. Kinda. Ooh, how do I want to start talking about this? I will say too, just getting on the live today, I can already tell my throat is like, I don't have a word for that. It's not tight. It's like raspy, a little raspy. I don't know. It's feeling interesting. It's feeling very interesting. But like I said, we do have some wild energy coming out this week. So maybe there's something about that too in the realm of like how we're communicating as well. So a quick little overview before we go ahead and get started. We'll just start it like that. So the quarter moon in Virgo. With anything we speak about in terms of astrology, even in terms of collective energies, understand that while we go through these like literally collective energies, even astrologically, we all utilize them in different ways, and also free will is like the biggest component there. Not to mention everyone's chart is also different, and we also just process things in different times in different ways. So just keep that in mind with everything I'm about to say. Oh, it's gonna be a long video. My throat is like, I don't know, it's doing stuff. The quarter moon in Virgo that we are like kind of starting this week off with. Again, you may have experienced it differently, but it was a south nodal quarter moon. I was not like this today until I came on the live. I am not liking it. I wish I I don't know about hot tea. It's kind of hot today, but I don't know. We'll see how we'll get through the live today. We'll see. But having this south nodal quarter moon in Virgo, I could see that for some of the collective, it's been facing some fears, facing some boo energy that we talked about last week. But it has definitely been this like closing out energy. That's what south node moon cycles are about. And as we get into this week, we have a lot of aspects that are circulating around Chiron as well, not negatively, in actually really helpful ways to either help us overcome fear and insecurities if we haven't already, to get into energy or environments or situations or take action on things in ways we've never done before because we've been too scared to, or too timid to, or too, I don't know, insert here too, right? We also have a lot of really helpful Jupiterian energy as well. That's also like playing a little bit with everything, playing a little bit with Venus, playing a little bit with Mercury. So I do expect that this week that there's going to be some really unexpected like positive events or even like good news that comes through, even windfalls that come through that maybe some of you have been waiting on, whether that's just like getting that promotion at work or finally hearing back from that person, or I don't know, getting recognized for something, or even just getting a lot of compliments, whatever. there's a lot of positive vibes in the air, but going through that south nodal energy and then also getting into these vibes that are circulating around Chiron and Mars and Uranus actually too. There's this vibe in the air. Every time when I looked into my notes, I was like, oh, I can feel it. It feels electric. It feels wild. That's like the only way I can describe it. Um, yeah, wild. Some of you may be feeling like you've actually been integrating with your wild side or like evoking your more wild energy like out into the forefront in different ways. There's also a lot of emphasis to, not emphasis, support, encouragement with these energies, a little bit of nudging with these energies to relinquish control in various forms. And we'll get into that because it gets interesting by the end of the week. But to relinquish control and to get into a space where what you think you know about yourself is malleable. Like what you think you are so sure about with who you are, or what stirs you, or even what's like for you, is a very malleable concept this week. And there's some fun in that. There's some fun in, like, again, letting go of control and kind of seeing what gets thrown your way, seeing what you can get into, especially with like Jupiter, lucky, optimistic energy at play. And then we have all of this like really yummy getting over our shit energy too, very confident energy at the same time. It's interesting. I really just want to say it's going to be a wild week. And that's why I titled this Lose Control, because it's like, it is losing control, but like in all of these different little nuanced ways, whether it's like ways we've restricted ourselves or held ourselves back, or even like letting down our rules a little bit, letting down our rigidity a little bit, or letting down our walls a little bit, letting down our hair a little bit. This could be purely in the way of fun and flirtiness and sexiness, could purely be in that realm, because there's definitely some of that going on. It could be in the realm of taking a risk on something you've been wanting to do or wanting to try or wanting to experience, right? It's interesting. It's just a wild week. It's a wild week. So that's what I have to say about the overview. I feel like there's a couple other things I wanted to like point out before we got into the astrology. Let me just look at my notes again really quick. I do think this is going to be a fun lead-in into the full moon Sag, which is happening on June 11th. So we have all this like wild energy getting stirred up. You think you know who you are, but let that be a malleable concept. let that be a little bit of a flimsy concept for right now and see what you can discover about yourself. Self-discovery and exploration through these like wild ways is encouraged this week, whatever that means to you. And then we hit the full moon in Sag. I don't know. I just think it's like a fun little wild storm. I'm curious how it's gonna like manifest in people's lives. Yes. Is there anything else I wanted to mention? Really quickly, I will say that this week we also have Venus moving into Taurus, and we also have Mercury moving into Cancer right before Jupiter goes into Cancer on the 9th of June. I am so excited. I literally have been counting, I can't lie, I've literally been counting the days, and I'm just like, one more week. It's like, just one more week for this water sign. Just one more week for Jupiter to hit that like yummy Cancerian energy. I'm amped. I really am. And I do know that Jupiter is also squaring off Saturn, and we will talk about that. And as Jupiter goes into Cancer, it's actually going to strengthen in its square to Saturn, which I believe it's going to be strongest on the 15th of June. So just things to keep in mind. But again, we're going to talk about it. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the astrology. If you're using timestamps and you just want the readings, use the timestamps, okay? No, I think I had announcements. It's been an interesting day. I don't think that's important right now. Some of you, if you go to the website, you'll notice that there's been some changes. It's like, yeah, it's like, actually, yeah, no, don't need to be announced, really. If you're curious about Patreon, go ahead and check that out. We do hangouts with the new moon and full moons. We also gather for an additional weekly just focused on the collective of the Rainbow Tribe over on Patreon. You can also get all of the previous extended sign readings as well. All of them are on there. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Yeah, let's get into the astrology. I also made sure to feed Clyde ahead of time so he wouldn't pull me away too much. But he's been pretty chill and cozy lately. Oh, we do have a lot of Mercury energy going on too with Jupiter. Maybe that's what this is. It's like suddenly I feel like my throat is just like, I don't know. Like my voice wants to change. Mm, mm. I'm so amped too, experiencing a Jupiter return. Oh, fun. Mine's in Leo, so I got just a little bit longer to wait on that, but I just need more water. I just need more water side energy going on. Mm. Okay, let's dive in. So the first couple things I want to mention are more like energies we've been in. So just a little bit of a reminder, refresher of some of the energies that we still have going on. Okay, so we still have this minor grand trine of remembrance, which I am now calling walking in remembrance, embodying or embodiment of remembrance. And this is actually occurring with the conjunction of Saturn and Neptune in Aries. This minor grand trines are two sextiles and a trine. So we have Pluto in Aquarius, we have Uranus in Taurus, which is now conjunct Sedna. It's added a whole another flavor palette to this aspect. And we have the conjunction of Saturn and Neptune. So we have Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, Pluto, and then Sedna. So there. If you're new and you don't know what Sedna is about, just really quick overview. I view and feel, when I say feel, I mean like connecting with her, Sedna as a kind of like a primordial creatrix kind of energy. Every time I tune into her, she just feels like a vast pool of cosmic primordialness from which things emerge or have emerged from. With her being in Gemini, that's touching on truth, that's touching on information, even identity to a point, right? Because it's pulling on knowledge and information and facts that have been lost or forgotten that are re-emerging, hence the remembrance. But the fact that Sedna is working with Pluto and Aquarius, which is also kind of adding to that same effect, right? Because Pluto is kind of like digging down deep into our star stuff and then bringing it up and out, including any changes or evolutions, well, in terms of everything, right? Because Aquarius is evolutionary, but in terms of our consciousness, in terms of our ideas or understandings or dynamics of community and creativity and innovation and invention and all that beautiful stuff. And the Saturn Neptune Aries component, that has a lot to do about the self and the role of us in that like bigger picture sort of way of Aquarius, right? Of community, of consciousness. But just again, that's just a little bit of overview. And also as a reminder, especially if you have any like early, oh my god, my throat. Yeah, this is gonna be a long video. If you have any early degrees of Aries, like 0 to 5 degrees, you may really feel that conjunction of Saturn and Neptune more than other people. Also cardinal, but really focusing on Aries for right now. Just reminding, Saturn, when it works with Neptune, it first disillusions. And I kind of gave an analogy of like the Seven of Cups, right? You have all these ideas, you have all these notions, all these beliefs, all these things you think you know about yourself, right? All these things you think you enjoy or like about your life or don't, right? You know, again, Seven of Cups, some of these are realistic, some of them are not. Saturn comes in and kicks some of them over and leaves the more pliable ones left behind. And whatever cups you have left over is what you have to work with. That could feel like a breakthrough. That could feel like a tower moment, right? But with whatever cups you have left over, it's that moment of, hey, this is what is realistic. Are you willing to accept that? Are you willing to see that, number one? And then number two, are you ready to, you know, play with those cups, experiment with those cups, live with those cups, or even embody those cups, however that looks for you, right? Again, this doesn't have to be like, have to, right? It's not about this, just about living life, really. But having these sobering cups, if you will, is liberating. And for some people, it has not felt that way if your cups have been getting kicked over, because for some people, that has been kind of a sobering wake-up call. For some people, that's meant looking at your fear. For some people, that's meant looking at your shadow and your shit and the things you haven't wanted to look at. Some of you, that's also meant like realizing how much of what you have been attaching to is either unhealthy for you or toxic, even, or even just pure unbridled fantasy, which nothing wrong with fantasy, but maybe fantasy in the way where it is kind of taking up too much space for much more realistic aspects of you or your life, right? Because some of these things are pure desire and dreams. Some of these are, again, ideas, right? So however that looks for you. But as we get liberated by Saturn work with Neptune, we have almost like this purified Neptunian energy that we can literally play with, which is kind of fun. And Saturn also likes to get very disciplined and very focused and very practical. And it's like, hey, let's do something with what we have kind of energy. So we can actually take Neptune and bring it down to our reality, kind of bringing our dreams and our hopes to life. And Aries is a great sign to do that with, but it does come with that disillusionment first, okay? So hence also letting go of control. So this just continued, and we've been in this for a while. We're going to be in this for quite some time because Pluto's at 3 degrees Aquarius. And I think even, well, it's still retrograding, but I think it's only going to go back to like 2, maybe 1 degree. I'm pretty sure just 2 degrees. And Neptune moves hella slow. Saturn moves hella slow, and Saturn's going to retrograde in July. So they're all going to be hanging out together for months. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch that transition. Now, I will say, while all of this is going down, Pluto's also doing its own thing too. Pluto's actually got a lot of activity around it. So Pluto is squaring off Vesta in Scorpio and still square Haumea. Haumea's been popping up here and there. When I tune into Haumea lately, I can feel a little bit of that like wild energy, especially like kind of wild feminine. But more than anything, I feel like anyone who may be experiencing Haumea, it may be in terms of that kind of like sacred birthing, sacred creation kind of energy. And not everyone, I think, is sensing that, but some people are. But that's kind of all I get off of it. But Pluto is also sextile Ceres and Aries. So what does this mean with Vesta and Pluto and Ceres and Aries? Pluto squaring off Vesta brings up that nudge to let go of control. Because Vesta is the sacred flame. Vesta can be like our blueprint, our calling, or just what really makes our soul feel alive and feel excited and eager to get out of bed in the morning. But Pluto in Aquarius is trying to dig down into like the real truth, the real nuggets of things. And sometimes that requires space and bandwidth. Pluto is also very ambitious. Vesta is too, but not like Pluto. So when Pluto's squaring off Vesta, it can create a little bit of like a, ooh, my soul is excited for this. Oh, but I kind of have responsibilities over here. Oh, but I have like, I have this like insight or truth that's like taking up space and I got to deal with this, whatever, because Pluto's digging information up. So just know that there's, as much as like you want to do certain things or you feel pulled in certain directions, you got to make sure that you're also just like going with the flow as much as you can. Let me find another way to say that. There's a better way to say that. It's about balance. It's balance. It's balance. That's what it is. It's just balance. We are still dealing with temperance and pacing, and I think that will help here too. While this is about losing control and getting a little wild this week, there are still going to be some things where we maybe want to go full ham on, hit the gas pedal on. But even with like letting go of control and getting a little wild with that, we may learn some things about balance as well. I'm encouraging fun this week. I'm encouraging getting into your wild side. I'm encouraging, taking a bite out of life and having some adventure this week and just seeing what happens, since we have so much luck energy at play and unexpected positive energy at play. But don't lose sight of the value of patience and temperance either, okay? The sextile to Ceres, though, is really nice because the sextile to Ceres with Pluto prioritizes nurturing, prioritizes care of the self. But through Pluto and Aquarius, through that digging up of the star stuff, that digging up of evolved consciousness and truth and all these things, creative energy. So again, that wild play, that wild discovery and exploration of self, is actually very supportive for us this week. So again, just a little nod to that. Pluto is also aspecting Venus, but we're gonna wait for that. There's some juicy stuff there. We're gonna wait for that. Yeah, so that's the minor grand trine of walking in remembrance. Now, as far as like where to look in your charts for this, for what houses it may be impacting, or again, if you have any personal planets or angles at 0 to 5 degrees Aries, yeah, Aquarius, deciding which one's more important. Yeah, Aries and Aquarius, I would prioritize those two out of this. So 0 to 5 degrees, Aries and Aquarius, or again, personal planets and angles. Now getting into the second little cluster here. This is that minor grand trine of greatness, embodying our uniqueness with continued pacing, and temperance is also here. Oh my God, my throat. This is weird. It's like a desert in my throat. I'm not loving it. Okay. So the minor grand trine of greatness. So if you're new, you don't know what I'm talking about. This is between Jupiter and Gemini, which again is moving into Cancer next week, working with Pallas and Aquarius, and the conjunction of Chiron and Eris in Aries. Okay, they've been there for a hot minute. Actually, this might be the last. Hold on, is this the last week? Yeah, because Jupiter's going to move on to Cancer. Oh shit, this is like the last week we have this trine. Minor grand trine, excuse me. Ooh, okay. Excuse me, noted. So what this has been offering us in recent weeks and still now, continued insights of intellectualizing our life experience to see our uniqueness, to see the unique shape and color of who we are as a puzzle piece, right? In the grand scheme of things of our life or family, community, insert here, right? It's, oh, I see more of a refined, like, insight into who I am and what has made me who I am and how I fit, how I belong. It can also create this feeling of belonging. Another gift with this though, if you are, problem solving or you're collabing with people on something, this also helps to bring some unique solutions. And then I wrote unique allies, which is kind of fun. And I feel like that's the Aquarian vibe off of Pallas. Not strange bedfellows, that's not the term. It's like just getting like a hodgepodgey group of people together for the right solution is kind of how that feels for some people, is how that's feeling a little bit for some of you. So that's been there, that's still here. We love it. It's been very supportive for us. Now, do I talk about this right here? Yeah, okay. Now, like I kind of mentioned before, Rita, thank you. Thank you for the 1999. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of you. But yes, Rita, thank you. Appreciate you. What have I missed? Oh, we're just like, yeah, we're almost like halfway through the astrology. What I was mentioning before, Jupiter and Gemini square Saturn. Now Saturn is with Neptune. So this is interesting, and I wanted to sit with this for a little bit because we spoke about how Saturn's working with Neptune, right? Disillusions, liberates us to see what we're working with, and then helps us to make something out of it or do something with it or even just embody it, right? But Jupiter in the square. Because when Jupiter gets into a square with Saturn, and I have spoken on this a lot because we've had this aspect in different signs on and off the last few years. Like, when was the last time? I'm pretty sure we had Jupiter square Saturn, yeah, last year, last August. Not fun. I think we also had this. No, that was Uranus, that wasn't Saturn. I feel like we had it another time though in the years before that. Like I want to say like 2022. I could be mistaken. Anyway, this does occur relatively regularly just because of the nature of the orbit cycles. And when I say regularly, I mean like in the span of years, right? It's just how they move. Anyway, when Jupiter gets into a square with Saturn, Jupiter likes to expand, likes to be optimistic, likes to give gifts and blessings and things. And Saturn comes in and goes, no, calm it down. We need restriction. We need pressure. We need focus. We need discipline. Saturn kind of suffocates Jupiter when they get into a square like this. And with Jupiter and Gemini, even going to Cancer, that is in the realm of like connecting with people and communication and learning and information and all that stuff. And like also like how we communicate through social media and things of that nature. So it just like, don't be shocked don't be shocked if you have been feeling like you're getting these bouts of excitement, you're getting these bouts of like that wild energy. And maybe you've been experiencing this for like maybe the last 2 weeks or so. 2 and 3 are the numbers that were just coming up intuitively. Yeah, just like months. Yeah, like 2-3 weeks, you've been getting little bursts of like, you know, happy, excited, like, ooh, possibilities kind of vibes. And then you hit like a weird wall of Saturn creating that disillusionment with Neptune, but at the same time restricting that Jupiterian energy. And in a weird way, it actually works to our benefit, because when Jupiter squared Neptune, that can create confusion. But Saturn's like, no. Saturn's in a way is causing like disillusionment with Neptune, but also kind of keeping Jupiter in check from getting things too confusing and muddied around Neptune. So it's interesting. It doesn't feel as great as if Saturn wasn't in the square, but it's also kind of helping us. It's kind of saving us from ourselves a little bit, from our own illusions and our own like escapism, I think is actually a good word here, and our own avoidance. Because like something else I kept picking up on in my notes is like, there is a lot of sobering wake-up calls, things that we have been running from, things that we have been avoiding, things we've been excusing, dismissing, things we've just been flat out too afraid of or too uncomfortable to acknowledge. And Saturn's like, no, we're looking at this now. No, I'm knocking that over because no more, right? So it doesn't feel great, but it is in our highest good for sure. Just kind of interesting the way that works. Also, keep in mind, I got some dates for you guys. So, wait, what's today again? Lord, I can never keep track of the days anymore. Wow, it's only the 2nd. At first, it's like, when I started this video, I was like, oh my God, it's June. And now I'm like, wait, it's only the 2nd. Time. For a second, I thought it was the 10th. I don't know why. Yeah, time is weird. Anyway, so that is not next week, but the following week. Yeah, so 2 weeks from now. So 2 weeks from now, on the 15th, keep in mind the full moon Sag is the 11th. So we're getting into this wild energy. Then we hit that full moon Sag in the 11th. And 2 weeks from today, June 15th, roughly 2 weeks from today, that square between Jupiter and Saturn will be exact. It'll be its strongest that it will be in these signs and at this point in time. And 2 days later, Mars goes into Virgo, and we'll finally be through the Cancer Leo book. Like I said, I wanted to say chapter, I'm like, feels like it's been more than a chapter, right? Because Mars first moved into Cancer, I believe it was September or August, but like the pre-shadow definitely started it. Yeah, so I think it actually was in August. So the pre-shadow for Mars retrograde that we went through was in September. The post-shadow didn't even finish until last month. And finally, we're going to get a different taste of Mars energy. I know I'm kind of like pushing that like a little bit, like that's a little too much future thinking for right now. Because this Mars Leo energy that we have this week is actually really nice, the way that it's like doing some things. But I'm just giving you guys some dates. So June 15th, Jupiter is exactly square Saturn. June 17th, Mars moves into Virgo, and the very next day, Jupiter will be exactly square Neptune. Even though Saturn and Neptune will be in that conjunction with that square to Jupiter, it'll be more exact with the Neptune portion the next day. So 2 weeks from now is going to be interesting in terms of that square. I'm just highlighting it to you, okay? Now, oh, do I want to talk about this now? There's a couple big things I still want to talk about, but something I also want to put in your awareness. As we progress towards the end of the week, Mercury is going from Gemini to Cancer. Excuse me. And by the end of the week, Mercury is going to be with Jupiter. like literally with Jupiter in a conjunction. Like Mercury hits Cancer June 8th, Jupiter hits Cancer June 9th. Like they're right there. And when you have them working together, it can create like a positive mindset, a positive outlook, feeling just generally like better about things, more confident with things. Any like plans or negotiations that you're having around this time are probably golden. They definitely have some luck behind them. This is also the aspect that can create really good news in a transit setting, like, you know, this week versus like a natal chart. What else? Charm, charisma. This is, thank you. This is also where we can maybe see some windfalls come in of just good news generally, whatever that news may be. And it probably will pertain to the house that it's transiting for you. So wherever you have 0 degrees Cancer, I would even say like Gemini 25 degrees to 5 degrees Cancer, just keep your eyes peeled for any like positive things coming your way in that house for you. Okay. Yeah, let's move on. So Mars, hold on, I need water. I feel like I'm in the desert. I don't know what's going on. The title made me think of Missy Elliott. That was my post. I shared that music video, which was honestly, watching that video, wow, that was like a blast from the past, because I think that came out when I was in high school. I think I was in high school when that song came out. So watching the music video was like, talk about remembrance, right? It was like, oh, this is a trip to see this again. I literally haven't seen it, yeah, probably since that music video first came out all those years ago. But those are the vibes. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about Mars. I labeled this overcome fear and getting caught up. So Mars is in Leo this week, as we know, going from 21 degrees to 25 degrees. So here's what's interesting about what Mars is doing. Mars is in a trine to Chiron and Aries, right? They're in conjunction together, while also opposing Pallas and Aquarius. But because of where Mars is at in the degree range, also it's opposing Chariklo. The other celestial bodies, not so much, that are aspecting Pallas, but Mars aspecting Pallas is also aspecting Chariklo. So just like wanting to bring that up for my super astrology nerds. If you're not familiar with Chariklo, Chariklo is the medicine woman. She's the counterpart to Chiron. They both speak on the things that wound us and how we heal those wounds. I call them soul scars. I don't know, just vibes with me. And what the gifts of those soul scars are for our unique life experience and who we uniquely are as just beings, and are also talents and skills and things of that nature. So just kind of a quick little TED talk on Chariklo there. But Mars is also sextile Mercury. So Mercury coming up again. But because of like how fast Mercury moves, I would say that we're only going to feel that sextile like in the middle of the week. June 5th is actually when I think it's the strongest with that Mercury component. So again, just things to know. But what does all this mean with like how Mars is moving with Chiron, with Pallas, with Mercury? A lot of confidence, which is like, take confidence all day. Confidence to take action where you once feared you couldn't, because it's almost like Mars is giving us that boost to overcome Chiron if we've been struggling to overcome Chiron. And the fact we have Jupiter still working with Chiron in this like, hey, like let's look at our life experience in a different way, in a way that's empowering and liberating, where we can really embody who we really are, right? Not to mention we're coming out of this south nodal quarter moon in Virgo that was also aspecting Orcus, which has a Plutonian nature, for those who are not familiar, where there has also been a confrontation really of like those kind of karmic energies. Also, especially if you have like Virgo in any of those like 12th house, 8th house, or if you have like Chiron related energy to Virgo, just as like little examples here. Anyway, my point is we have various planets, not, oh yeah, thank you. And also Saturn disillusioning us and kind of forcing us to get real with ourselves, right? So we've had a lot of little energies going on leading into this week of, hey, this isn't realistic. This isn't really for you. This isn't who you are. Have you considered this? Did you forget about this? Do you know this fear is sitting here? Do you know you have anxiety about this? Hey, you know, you've just been like dismissing that habit, right? Like all of those like little things we've had to confront. And for some of us, it hasn't been too bad. Some of us, it's been significant, right? Everyone's different. It also depends on how you handle these kinds of things, right? So that being said, Mars in Leo comes in and it's like, oh, we can do this now. This isn't scary. This isn't hard. We can do anything. Not quite like, not quite invincible unless you already have that predisposition. But it's very encouraging. It's very confident. It's very brave. It's also just exciting, and it's thrilling, and it's passionate, and it's inspiring. I wouldn't be surprised if like yesterday and today, some of you were like cleaning house quite a bit, like taking care of business or literally cleaning your house, right? Or just like hitting that point of, you know what? I want to change. Or, oh, you know what? I should be able to go and experience that. You know what? I want to go and try that. You know what I mean? It's that kind of vibes. 313 and 133, by the way. The threes and the ones. So crazy. So that's what Mars is doing for us. Very bold, very charismatic as well, because it's also working with Mercury. Also very flirty. There's going to be a lot of flirty energy in the air for wherever that applies. Even if you're coupled, you should still be flirty with your person. I'm sure they would appreciate it. Surges of inspired creativity as well. Thank you. I remember this note. When I was writing this, I had like the craziest little visual. It was like someone who just could not stop what they were doing. It was like someone who finally breaks through writer's block, or someone like wakes up at 3 a.m. and they're like, I must paint and I must paint now and I can't stop until whatever, right? Like just not overwhelming, just a surge. Yeah. It's just a very prominent surge of passion and inspiration and creativity. And like, I must, like, I must honor what this is, right? But all in really fun, creative ways. If you've been feeling like you've been kind of stuck creatively, I think it's probably going to change for you this week. Okay. Hold on, I'm just double checking here. Okay. With Mars opposing Pallas in Aquarius, there's a little crunchiness that we should talk about, but also as we get towards the end of the week, Mars will square Uranus in Taurus, which will only get stronger the following week. Yeah, I think actually, oh man, 2 weeks from now is gonna be a little crunchy. So June 15th, around that time, Mars will be strongest in its square to Uranus, while Jupiter will be strongest in its square to Saturn and Neptune. So we're going to have two very prominent squares with a lot of malefic energy. So Mars square Uranus and Jupiter square Saturn and square Neptune, and they will both be at their strongest at that time, at the same time. Don't get worried about it. Don't get scared. This is fun week, so don't like worry about it right now. I'm just letting you know. Now, when Mars is square Uranus, and also the fact that it's like Mars is also opposing Pallas, there can be this vibe of getting a little carried away, especially the way that Mars is also aspecting Chiron in that positive way and Mercury in that positive way. It's again this vibe of like, like you're just so caught up in the vibes, you're so caught up in the inspiration, you're so caught up in the passion and I must go, I must try, the wildness, that you may be willing to break some rules, which I think is healthy from time to time. But keep in mind, it's like you may get so caught up that you get caught up, in all the ways that means, whether it's lust, just saying, anger, right? So, something to be aware of. Again, lose control, be wild, have fun in all the good ways, as I've mentioned before. Just be mindful you can get caught up, okay, around this time in ways you don't expect if you're really in it like that. Or if you have a lot of fire in your chart, or especially a lot of Leo in your chart. Oh, I pray for the Lilith Leos. If you have any Lilith Leo 20 to 25 degrees, I pray for you. That feels almost like a guarantee to get caught up. Not putting that on you, I'm just saying. Yeah, moving on. So the last thing I want to talk about, Venus. Yeah, it's like there's heat this week. I can feel it. So Venus is in Aries and moving into Taurus this week. All week, Venus is sextile Jupiter in Gemini. Venus and Jupiter in a sextile is so delicious. It's like not even funny. This sextile is actually strongest in a couple days on the 4th, so it's pretty strong right now. Keep in mind, Mercury is going to join Jupiter by the end of the week in this sextile to Venus. Jupiter, Mercury, and Venus together in a positive way. Yum. Venus is also going to be square Pluto. We'll talk about it. And opposing Vesta. So let's talk about the Jupiter portion first, because that's really nice. So when we have Venus sextile Jupiter, no matter what signs they're in, it usually creates really positive experiences and a lot of ease with socializing, with pampering yourself, with pleasure. It's really with pleasure, right? And enjoying yourself. Normally, they also say to be wary of like overindulgence when Jupiter and Venus get into bed together, because they both kind of touch on intoxication in that way. Jupiter expands and likes to indulge and feel good. Venus is literally the planet of intoxication. We don't normally talk about her like that, but she is. Just, it is what it is. What's interesting though too is that it starts with Venus and Aries sextile to Jupiter Gemini, and it ends with Venus and Taurus sextile Jupiter to Cancer going into the following week, which means that while we're experiencing this like really lucky, like feel good energy with money, with our relationships, with the way that we feel about ourselves, the way we adorn our vessels, the way we take care of ourselves, we're really just like living our life. Not to mention Jupiter is also making us feel good in terms of the things that we have felt really shitty about ourselves about, like now feeling good about that and owning our little uniqueness and quirks and what have you. So much feel good energy here. But then like that shift is like, we're going to experience it differently from this week to next week, but we're still going to experience it. Like Aries with Gemini feels very just like flirty and social and not hyper independent, not in a bad way, but just like really getting out there, really getting in the mix, and like really, really not being afraid to dabble, right? And Taurus and Cancer, I mean, that just like, maybe it's because I'm a Cancer rising, but both of those signs really love nourishment. Both of those signs really love to be huddled down in the home, cuddle time, if you will. Like, I guess that's kind of the vibe it's giving me. Like, when we have a sextile like this with Venus and Jupiter, it can bring people into your life like out of nowhere. So I could see some relationships starting this week that go really fast. If you're single and you don't expect to meet anybody and you're out and about and you're just enjoying life, you may meet someone and it like just, whoa, you get caught up, right? The Mars energy too. You get caught up. So just something to keep in mind, because again, we also have Pluto here too. But if you're trying to like, again, land a promotion, get that loan, get business plans together, make plans to see friends, or like make like financial decisions, or you're trying to like even just scheduling a spa day, this is the week to do anything you want to do in terms of pleasure and hoping for that win, hoping for that like lucky break or that lucky streak or just a really positive experience, because all these energies are supporting that. Now, Pluto. When I saw that, I was like, dang. I was a little bit. I was like, oh shit. Especially for my single people. But we actually have a T-square with Venus and Pluto and Vesta. And it's not too bad. I'm just like, oh. So if you don't know what a T-square is, it's basically when you have two squares in opposition. It's basically like a grand cross that's like missing a leg, essentially. Okay. And Venus square Pluto is pretty notorious for bringing out the shadow in relationships in general, like the shadow of lust, the shadow of like words, jealousy, obsessiveness, yearning. Like it tends to do that. And the fact that Venus is also sextile Jupiter, it just has this vibe of like anyone can pop into your life and anything can happen and your life can change in any kind of way. Be careful of pregnancy. I'm just going to say it. I'm just putting it out there. Because also when Venus gets into bed with Pluto in a square, it can be very life transformative of like compared to like with the people that you're dealing with, but not in ways you expect, like in ways that are very challenging. Again, really in the realm of control and like jealousy and obsessiveness and all of that stuff, or even insecurity. But there's so much positive energy that I'm like, I could just see it going either way, right? Depending on who you are, how you handle yourself, how well you know yourself, how you handle other people in these kinds of situations. So it's very person dependent, but that shadowy relationship, shadowy, intoxicating relationship energy is there. That's what it is. It's like, it's the shadow of the high of connection is what it is, right? You can even say like the highs we get off of love, the highs we get off of sex. It's like the shadow of that comes out with Venus square Pluto. So just interesting. Now the Vesta component here is also interesting too, because on one hand, Venus isn't just about relationships. She's also about money, right? She's also about comfort. Comfort and pleasure are her thing. Beauty as well. Beauty is also her thing. So this may not come about for you in terms of relationships, but it may come about in terms of the material plane, spending money, making money, what your values are in terms of that. And Vesta, right? Vesta's the sacred flame. Vesta's the blueprint energy. Vesta wants purpose. Vesta wants purpose. Vesta wants like soul fulfillment, right? Pluto is ambitious. Pluto is intense and focused and intuitive, and Pluto likes to dig and poke at things, while Venus just loves to enjoy. So think about all of those things getting in bed together. Balance is key with this, right? And I want to say actually prioritizing needs and fulfillment over comfort. I hate to say, I'm just gonna say comfort. Over comfort and over like relationship yearnings is key there. If you have a tendency to get caught up, this is a week where you'll get real caught up, like before you even know it, before you even like know what happened. Okay. So I'm just preparing you for those where that's a thing. Keep your priorities in order, have your fun, be wild, let loose, try things you haven't tried before, let your hair down a little bit. But keep your wits about you, right? Just keep your wits about you with all of that. Yeah, and prioritize fulfillment and needs over comfort. Make room for pleasure and fun, but I'm just, yeah. Okay, we're done. We're good. You get me. You get me. You understand me? Yeah, so that's all the astrology. Oh, I didn't even, sorry, I just like totally glossed over like, oh, if this is happening in this house or that house. So Leo, 20-25 degrees. I did kind of say it already, but that is that very confident, stirring, overwhelming, not overwhelming, I need a different word for that. Just very potent, passionate, I gotta, you know, I gotta live, I gotta experience, I gotta do, I gotta write, I gotta paint, I gotta trap, whatever it is. Gotta hit up that person. Now, where Venus is transiting, actually, the luck is coming from the Jupiter, from where Jupiter is transiting, but Venus, definitely keep your eye on where Venus is at in your chart. Late degrees Aries, early degree Taurus. So like Aries 25 degrees to 5 degrees Taurus, I would definitely keep your eye there. But the luck, the windfall, the unexpected factor is coming from whatever house Jupiter is moving through. And that would be Gemini, 25 degrees to, Cancer, 5 degrees. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Take a little water break before we move into cards and channel messages. Okay, put you over here. How are we all feeling? Are we excited? Are we excited about this week? I hope so. I am. Feeling an urge to support small and local. I believe wholeheartedly in community and unity. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Oh, oh, your boo's back. Your boo's back up there. My internal world always feels so intense. Third house sounds fun though. I have Venus, Scorpio, Pluto natal. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have that. I can't lie. Not that it's like bad natally. I mean, right? We all have really cool things about our chart. We all have really challenging things about our chart. It's very rare I see someone's chart and I'm like, oh, you don't have like anything difficult or challenging. It's very rare to see that. Have I seen it? Yes, but it's rare. I need some spruce in my love life. 7th house Cancer. Ooh, Jupiter going through your 7th house. You may get it. Just saying, you may get it. Depending, but you may. I'm thinking about that. Yeah, so dry. Oh, that would mean Aries is your 4th house. If it's not intercepted, if you don't have any weird interceptions going on. So then where would Leo be? Oh, Leo would be 3rd house? Oh, you have a high likelihood of meeting somebody. Mars and Leo going through your 3rd house. Wait, did I do that math right? No, sorry, not 3rd house, it's 9th house. Ooh, oh man. If you decide to travel, because Mars is going through your 9th house. Am I doing that math right? I feel like that's not right. No, it's the 8th house. I wasn't doing it right. I was too excited. to do the astrology math. So if you're a Cappy rising, then your Aqua is 2nd house, which means your Leo is 8th house. Don't know why that was so hard in my head. So you have Mars going through your 8th house. That's very sexual energy. While you have Venus in your 4th house. Ooh, but Jupiter is moving into your 7th. That sounds like sexy times are likely. I mean, I think they would have to be. You said you're like single though? Anyway, just playing around with all that stuff. Let's see. Shacking up, right? I'm like, ooh. All right. I'm tempted to do a quick collective read. I'm tempted. Okay. I know it's taking a bit. We're gonna do Big Bertha. I feel like we haven't pulled her out in a bit. Oh, do we have a lot of Cap risings in here? I don't meet too many Cap risings, at least not to my knowledge anyway. And an Aqua Moon. Oh, that's cool. All right, so getting into the collective here for the week. Just some quick messages for the collective for this week. Oh, very nice. Jupiter on your North Node. Yeah, that's nice. Any messages or insights for the collective for this week? For the collective's highest good. I'm getting a song. I don't know who sings it. Lover Come Over. Is it Look What You've Done? Doesn't move like it did before. Anybody know what song I'm talking about? Hold on a second. It's so weird when they give you a song and it's like, it's one you're not super familiar with. I have my computer is here. I just can't go live. Let me see. I Saw You in the Water. Lyrics. Lover Come Over. Oh, Cringe. Cringe by Matt Mason. Okay, it's coming up for a reason, so I'm just gonna read the lyrics off real quick. Lover, come over, look what I've done. I've been alone so long, I feel like I'm on the run. Lover, come over, kick up the dust. I've got a secret starting to rust. It's an interesting visual. I'm a very visual person because I see. So it's like when I'm like reading things or I'm in conversation, I get strong visuals. Oh no, that like gave me a weird one. She said I'm looking like a bad man, smooth criminal. She said my spirit doesn't move like it did before. Oh, this is giving me weird vibes. She said that I don't look like me no more, no more. I said I'm just tired. She said you're just high. Oh, and I said I saw you in the water. I saw you in the water. Lover, come hold me, heads on the fritz. Gaudy intoxicated, feelings comfortably mixed. Lover, come hold me, could you forget? I've got a secret, digging a dent. Oh, is this that throat energy? I mean, Jupiter working with Mercury is supposed to bring good news. This doesn't feel like good news to me, but like, Jupiter expanding Mercury, which is already in Gemini, home in Gemini, there could be some text you don't want. There could there could be some confessions that may happen. Um, yeah, she said I'm looking like a bad man, smooth criminal. She said my spirit doesn't move like it did before. Yeah, it's just the chorus. I saw in the water. I saw in the water. Sweating all your sins out, putting all your thoughts back together. Oh, we just don't blend now. All of my attempts seem to weather. Oh, I make you cringe now. Just that would make me cringe. Don't I make you cringe? Oh, I make you cringe now. Don't I make you cringe? Okay, yeah. And you can look it up if you want. That's the gist of it. Interesting. Yeah, that's not a text I want to get. Um, if you can see the dance in my head. Let's see. Had to look him up. Capricorn. Oh, he is? Oh, that's funny. Chad was just talking about Cappy risings. Yeah, that's interesting. This is so not a deck that would bring those messages out. So yeah, I'm actually tempted to pull the archetype deck now. So not all news would feel good, okay, clearly. And there's so much of it, so many of these aspects are are in some very social signs, like Aries, like Gemini, Leo, right? Aquarius, very social. And like I mentioned too, we've also had a lot of support in being disillusioned, right? To our own shit. To our own shit, to our own fear, to move past that, move beyond that, to even, dare I even say, transcend that, transmute some of that stuff, to move into a deeper place of embodiment of who we are. So if there are people that you know that have really, really hit the snooze button on acknowledging their shit, and then they're hit with their shit, I could see that happening. I am gonna pull a couple cards from this, but yeah, I'm starting to feel like the archetype deck wants to come out. I also got a new deck yesterday that I did not anticipate getting. I would probably have to read from the book, but it's an angelic deck, and I'm kind of in love with it already. The imagery is kind of dark at times, and I kind of like it. I don't know. It's angelic, but it feels, I don't know. It's got personality. Mars and Leo. I don't know what house, but I'm excited. Cappy Moon. Oh, Cappy Moon over here too. Okay. Any other messages or now I can't stop hearing this song. You know what else is catching you too? I saw you in the water. That's interesting. Like, I don't know if the implication is like I had a hallucination of you, a vision of you, or reflection of you. I don't know, reflection seems interesting there too. I don't know, there's something about that. Oh, I saw you in the water. So we have Earth School coming out here, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. I'm not surprised this card is out here. This has come out a lot for us in recent weeks. And I think mostly, mostly because of that Chiron energy, right? That we've been being confronted with our stuff that has been holding us back or just, being laid unresolved, etc., and allowing ourselves to finally deal with it or evolve or transmute or ascend, right? Elevate and move past it, right? Any other messages or insights for the collective? The figure on the card looks like they are in the water. Yeah, I kind of do. I kind of look at galactic anything like akin to oceanic anything. I kind of look at them as one and the same, just different expressions of each other. I didn't mean to make such a face. Karmic relationships. Oh, Lord. Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. And we also have I'm sorry on the bottom. There's not too... It's funny. I was like, oh, this deck isn't going to bring up this stuff. And it kind of did. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. So clearly we've got some karmic-y energies on the board, some denser energies, some older energies. But again, I feel like this is all part of that Chiron energy, right? And also remember too, Chiron was also working with Venus at the end of last week, right? And so when Chiron gets in bed with Venus, that flavor of our insecurities, our own shit, takes on a more specified theme of relationships, right? Our wounds and insecurities that came from or are about relationships. And again, we've been overcoming these things, right? I really want to say transcending. We've been transcending these things. We've been closing these things out. We've been detaching. We've been cutting the cords. We've been not allowing ourselves to be affected by these things anymore and not being those people who are just carrying this shit around anymore, right? I just feel like it's really a nod to that more than anything. Can I get a third card, please? Yeah, I can't stop. I can't stop hearing the I saw you in the water part. I almost don't want to give it too much attention, but it's interesting. It's kind of begging for attention, isn't it? But I kind of don't want to give it attention. Can I get a third card for the collective, please? Am I taking all of these? Just the top. Sage. Be devoted and committed. Oh, I kind of like that that's here. We also have Traveler at the bottom. Move in a new direction. All that new energy. Let go of control. Get a little wild. Get your hair down. Try things you haven't tried before. Some of y'all may actually be traveling. I like that Sage is here for a number of reasons because I feel like this is a card that comes out when we are actually acknowledging what's going on within ourselves, right? And we're being accountable to that. We're being honest with ourselves about that. Even if I'm hearing like toe to toe, even if you think and or have experienced or have to go toe to toe with some of these unresolved things, right? Especially in terms of relationships, if you were kind of in that recent energy of that Venus Chiron energy. But I do feel that here. I feel like there's also a diligence. Thank you. Yeah, committing to not being this version anymore that is restricted, that is held back by these things. Committing to evolve into a more embodied self that is at peace, right? That can truly let go of those things. Yeah, it feels committed to it, committed to yourself in that way, right? The self, again, like the whole Pluto sextile series, right? Being committed to the self and self-discovery and self-exploration, evolution of self even. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Very quickly, just very quickly. Oh, they said no. Okay, they're like, wait, okay. We'll do that for the next portion. I'm going to pull an angelic card from my new deck. Well, if I don't like move the camera. So it's not linked below yet. God, I didn't even realize the title. It just jumped out at me off the shelf. I was at a bookstore and not even, looking for a deck, and it was not in the right section. It was literally in the section it wasn't supposed to be in. And I was like, yeah, that feels right. You all know how it is. When I get a chance, I will link it below so you guys can get it for yourself. But it's called Be Not Afraid, which I'm kind of loving that title. Be Not Afraid by Jennifer Sodini. And look at the art too on the cover. I just freaking love that. But yeah, let's pull a card. Pull an angelic card. 33 just came out. I'm not taking it. I'm just letting you know 33 came out as a synchronicity. We also had 313 and 133 as well at one point. Can I get an angelic card for the collective? Angelic accurate deck. Pardon my French. You're okay. Can I get an angelic card for the collective? Be Not Afraid. It made me think of a Celtic woman song called Voice. That sounds powerful. Let's see. Pretty deck. It's pretty and I love the finish on it. Anybody who does tarot like for a living and like especially for a number of years, you get, at least for me, I feel like I'm very picky about the finish on the cards that I like to work with. Can I get an angelic card for the collective, please? So it's interesting because like I'm trying to tune into this angelic deck. Again, it's still really new. But I'm getting feline energy, like Lyran energy. Getting a few things off of that. Hold on. I got a sneeze trying to happen too. This feline energy feels very much like, I don't want to say dark feminine, but kind of. It's very sultry. It's very seductive. But I don't feel like it's being used in that way. It just is. It's just the nature of what it is. Ooh, okay. I feel like, I'm trying to get angelic card. I'm getting all kinds of other stuff. I feel like for some of you in the collective, and I was thinking about doing groups, so if I do groups, I think this might be one of the groups. I just don't know what I'm going to do yet after the collective read. I feel like some of you recently or are about to kind of get in your cat energy, male or female. And again, that could mean different things to different people. It doesn't have to be cat. It's like, it is also a feminine, it's a fractal of the feminine. It's an aspect of the feminine. It's that aspect that is very seductive and like almost addictive. Like it's Venus. It's the intoxication of Venus energy. But you could see that as like the dark feminine. You could even see that as like Lilith energy, for example. But I feel like with this energy coming up, it's a really beautiful energy to be in. Some of you, it's almost like feeling yourself in a way you haven't in a long time, like getting back in tune with your own creative force that is also sexual. Even if you don't use it sexually or even connect with it in that way, it's sensual, it's feeling yourself in that way, and it's really nice. But I'm also getting for some of you, there's like a wound there that I think some of you have recently overcome. Thank you. They're confirming that you've recently overcome this to get into this energy. It's almost like to reclaim it. Oh, I like it. I like it. I'm in such a mood today. Yeah. Yeah, you had to overcome that wound to actually reclaim it properly. The wound, it's like, words are so primitive, I swear. Whether you experience this as guilt, shame, judgment, or self-criticism, internally, like doing this to yourself, or even like people doing it to you and then you internalized it, of your sexual energy or your wild nature. Here's the wild coming back, right? Because like wild primal energy, sexual energy doesn't have to be a threat. It doesn't have to be destructive. And I feel like there's almost, I want to say judgments that have been internalized about this aspect of you. I want to say it's your feline. It's like, because I mean, that's kind of what cats are. That's their energy, right? Like cats don't do anything and they just have people flock to them to serve them, right? It's that, like, it's that kind of energy. Like, I'm just going to be over here. And right? Even if you're not intentionally being like that, you're just really feeling yourself. Yeah, and I just feel like there's been a difficult relationship with that side of you in recent past that I want to say you've recently reclaimed for yourself. That's really cool. Um, yeah, I want to say where people like judged you and then you internalized it, or you were made to feel bad about it for whatever reason or another. And again, doesn't even have to be sexually, but some of you it is. I mean, I hate to say it, you could even just be just a sensual person and it could rub people the wrong way because they're not, right? You know what I mean? Like there are some people in this world that are just, they're not in touch with that part of themselves. And so they get very triggered when they see other people in touch with that part of themselves, or very comfortable and confident with that part of themselves, right? Especially if you're a woman, right? We know this. Anyway, interesting message coming through there. That feels like, it just feels good. That feels good. I think you're going to do interesting things with energy. But we do have an angelic card, so let's see what it is. Shemuel. Okay. We have Shemuel coming out here. Oh my god, and there's a jaguar. I can't even make that shit up. I swear I did not know what card it was. That is so cool. Energy of 8, the angelic, how do I say that word? Atelier? I've never seen that word before. Atelier? Atelier. Well, let's read it. On the bottom, I'm just going to mention it. We have passing phases with Sariel. That one I'm like really not familiar with. Shemuel, I've got, I think all of us are a little familiar with that energy. Oh, perfect. Turned right to it. Ooh. Mars, fire, unconditional love, and compassion. Oh, have I been mispronouncing his name? Kamuel. I've been saying Shemuel. Kamuel, whose name means or translates to who sees God, embodies the principles of strength and severity, and exists in, oh Lord, forgive me if I botch some of these names, okay? And exists in Jabra of the Kabbalistic tree of life. Their guidance ushers souls along their healing path with unconditional love. Their emanation will manifest at times as a leopard crouched on a rock, and they were believed to appear to Jesus during his agony in the garden of, oh Lord, Gethsemane. Again, forgive me if I'm botching some of these words. To give him the sacred strength of heart to endure his trials. I'm also noticing the number on the page is 55. I love it, like the pages are black too. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. Their mission extends to all passions of the heart, including romantic love, the profound bonds of friendship, the healing processes following a breakup, or the grace needed to move past relational trauma. For this messenger, love manifests as a force for healing and mutual maturation, urging us to refine our attitudes and actions within all relationships, even the ones that may have splintered or caused sadness. Kamuel serves as a patron for those tending to wounds to the heart and also assists in the search for lost items. In this way, they symbolize the broader metaphor of recovering pieces of ourselves. It's very much in line with the collective vibes that may have been misplaced in turmoils that we may find peace today. Healing and soul retrieval, right? Again, this aspect of you, or collective, I guess, right? That is that wild primal nature. When this angel appears in a reading, it offers an opportunity to reclaim past hurts with a new perspective, rediscover what was once lost, and stitch the results into a new version of your story. Like a skilled, really challenging my vocab today, courtier, who deftly employs a needle and thread, you're encouraged to mend the fabric of your life with a steady hand by stitching together that which is torn or frayed with threads of empathy. Contemplate how pain in some ways can be viewed as a portal, transporting you from a place of raw vulnerability to now. No regrets, only rerouting. No mistakes, only a new map. Transform past hurts into a new pattern as you craft a garment that bears the marks of your experiences, not as scars, but as embellishments of your soul's odyssey here on earth. Herein lies the opportunity to weave the threads of your past into a resilient future, in which every stitch is a testament to the history of your heart. So again, very much in line with the energies we've been in. There's also a little ritual here. If you want to do it, I'll read it off. Find a piece of clothing in your closet that carries an imprint of memories from a lost love. Ooh. Next, find another piece of clothing that holds the imprint of a memory you absolutely love. Cut a small section from each item, ensuring the pieces are large enough to tie together. With these fragments in hand, invoke Kamuel, seeking their blessing to weave together the essence of lost and enduring love, infusing the newly created talisman with this magic. Carefully tie the two pieces of fabric into a knot and keep it with you to remind you of love's transformative power. Yeah, glad I pulled a card for that. Okay. I think that covers the collective energy pretty nicely. Let's move on. Oh, are we doing signs? Are we doing groups? Are we doing signs or doing group, Spirit? They're like, it's up to you. Okay. I'm going to pull decks out and just let the decks talk to me. I can't stop hearing that song. It's making me nuts. It's like, it's not an energy I want in the space. It's not energy I want to read today. Always pull the animals out, of course. We're going to do signs. We're going to do signs. We're going to start with water. Okay. Water. We're going to start with pocket archetypes. All right, water signs. Let's see what's going on this week for water signs. Hold on. Let's see. Signs or elements, please. You want me to cut up clothes I like? I won't lie, when I read that part, I was like, oh, it's like, I don't know. I don't know how everyone else is with their clothes. I think it's a very intimate thing, whatever your relationship is to your clothes. It's very difficult for me to find clothes I actually really like and enjoy wearing. So if I find a piece where I'm like, ooh, yes, oh my God, I try to make it last for years, you know? Let's see. Water signs. What's going on for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio for this week. Watch every reading be a love reading, just given all the stuff that came out already today. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces. They're giving me weird animals for you, which is almost giving me the vibe of like oddity, like uniqueness, rarity. Am I taking these? Yeah, because like they were giving me like platypus, flying squirrel. I'm like, okay, weird, but okay. Interesting. So water signs, you have the riddle, the comic. I just heard don't figure it out. Like, we'll come back. And then we have the ring. The ring speaks of cycles, but you know, the ring is also sometimes kind of represents like commitment, if you will. But I know it's about cycles in this deck. The comic is how it sounds. Comic is like a fun, jovial kind of energy. Not quite trickster, but just like fun, playful, a little wild. But the riddle card, it's like I'm getting a lot of like swords energy here for you water signs. And what they were saying, what I was getting was don't figure it. There's nothing to figure out. There's actually nothing to figure out. Ooh, that's interesting. You could have been just really stressed out about trying to figure out a situation here. But the comic with the ring, it's almost like Spirit's like, it's not that deep or it's not that serious. Interesting. Let it be what it is. Leave it alone. Let it go. That's what's coming through for my water signs. Yeah, there's nothing to figure out about whatever it is you've been trying to figure out. Just let it go. And don't take it so seriously. Just let it be what it wants to be. Just let it, right? It just is. Whatever it is, it just is. I feel like this, for some of you, this is like, this may even be part of a pattern that you find yourself in from time to time, especially if it's like about a relationship, like trying to, right, figure someone out, or, you know, getting caught up in the mental gymnastics. Yeah, I'm hearing anticipation. Some of you have a habit of trying to anticipate someone's, like, oh, anticipating people's needs. Some of you may have some trust issues. I'm just putting it out there. We've all been there. I feel like every human after a certain age has been there with trust issues. Yeah, you may have some trust issues. And so, you know, because of that, you probably try to get ahead of whatever the skeleton in the closet is, whatever it is you think it is, if there even is one. Just have fun. Just have fun. Just have fun. It's not so serious. Just have fun. It's not so serious. Just have fun. They're very clear about that. It's interesting with the animals that were coming in too, right? It's like if you, I'm trying to think of an example. If there are certain animals you've never heard of or seen before, and you see them in the wild, like a platypus, you would be like, is that an alien? What is that, right? Maybe you would just not be able to help yourself, but be like, this must be an alien. This must be, I must forget, like this, like, you know, fixating on it even. But really, it's just a platypus, and they've been here for a long time. You know what I mean? It's probably a bad example, but that's kind of what I'm getting here. There's nothing to figure out. So enjoy it. Interesting. Some of you, how do I want to say this? Some of you, I almost feel like you've gotten in deep into something, entrenched almost. Like I almost feel like with the riddle, some of you are like that center stone, like you're kind of entangled in something. To the point where it's not fun anymore. It's lost the play. It's lost the lightheartedness. It's time to come back to that. It's time to come back to that. Some of you with this like overall energy of the collective, right? Of, hey, be a little wild, be a little playful, just get back into like those vibes. Let your hair down a little bit. You may just need that. The comic is your friend, water signs. The comic is absolutely your friend. Some of you, it's to get yourself out of your head. Some of you, it's to get yourself from fixating on something or figuring something out or figuring out someone. And to have more enjoyment and let things be what they are and not have to figure it out. But yeah, I can feel it. Some of you are like tangled or something, like tangled, enmeshed, or intertwined with something where it's been hard to get back in that playful energy. Maybe some of y'all are overworked, right? It could even just be that. Interesting. All right, let's get into Cancer. I can't stop hearing that song. Go away. Cancer. Oh, you want glow in the dark tarot. Okay. I usually save that for the Scorpios. They're like a feline weasel almost. Yeah, they're very odd. They're very odd. All right, Cancer. Any messages or insights for Cancer for this week? What's going on for my Cancers? Oh shit, did I? Yeah, I did. It's already said I forgot. I wrote it down. Yeah, if you're in here, please hit the like button. Thank you, CJ. Appreciate it. What song? Cringe. That came through as a channeling earlier. Any messages or insights for my Cancers? Is that what I think it is? Yeah, we got the star card, Cancer. I like it. Star card is Aquarius. Can be a card of healing. Can be a card of blessing, wish fulfillment. It's that song, I Saw You in the Water. It's yeah, interesting. Anyway, I'm trying to stay focused on you, Cancer. I actually am feeling balanced with you, which is kind of cool with the star card. And I think that's part of that comic energy. I feel like you're learning to balance your life more, Cancer. Maybe it's also, again, you could be feeling Jupiter moving into your sign, and you could be feeling the ease, you could be feeling the lightheartedness of Jupiter touching you, right? The gift of Jupiter, if you will. Things are getting easier, but I want to say it's because you brought balance to yourself and you brought balance to a situation, you brought balance to your life. And I want to say, actually, by taking care of your water is water again coming up here. I keep getting drawn to the pool that she's like, right, that she's like pouring into, right? Because she pours water onto the land, but like she's also like in the pool at the same time. Very akin to temperance. Yeah, I want to say tending to your waters in whatever way that translates to you emotionally, sacrally, right? Like through the sacral's water element. Even like with your own intuition, even. It's your element, Cancer, is bringing balance to you. I want to say even like making you more hopeful, which is kind of nice. 333, by the way, just dropped a 332. It was 333. Any other messages or insights for Cancer? See here. I say temperance and you get temperance. Page of Wands and temperance, Sagittarius energy coming through there. So yeah, I feel like you've been doing some self-care, Cancer, because whatever restoration you're getting with the star card, it's fueling the Page of Wands. Page of Wands can be the good news card, and like we said, that is kind of on board for this week too. Like healing information. This could be healing information. It feels more exciting than that though. And I just feel like your Page of Wands energy is like amping up because of this balance you've given yourself through the star card, and hope that you've also given yourself too. It's like you're excited for some things again. Temperance coming in here though. Temperance is also a card of healing, as we know. So again, somebody that could just be pertaining to that. But hold on a second. It's also a card of balance. It's also a card of harmonizing. It's also a card of patience and divine timing. So it's almost like as you're being restored and you've got this like excitement coming in, Temperance is here to say, good, keep going. Good, keep going. Keep that balance. Keep those juices going. And wait for the right time for something. It's like Temperance is teaching you how to sustain your excitement and your hope, your energy. Anything else for Cancer? Thought that was the Six of Pentacles for a second. Look what you got, Cancer. 10 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So change on board. We also have more Sag and Jupiter energy coming up for you. Excuse me. This is very auspicious. Luck is coming through when it's hitting your 10 of Pentacles. Some of you, it's actually helping to create or solidify your 10 of Pentacles. Thank you. Some of you, it's an idea or vision of your own future. It's a knowing of, you want to say vision, it's like almost like little inklings, little windows into what your future can be, or like where, like what track you're on. Thank you. What track you're on in terms of your future, materially speaking. So in terms of like how you're living, where you're living, what your money situation looks like, who's in your home, who's not in your home, how's your health, things like that. Yeah, I keep getting this like weird, like bloop into the future with you. It's almost prophetic, actually. But I feel like you're just aware of where the energy's flowing, and because you're also intuitive, you can see it, you can taste it, you can feel it. You're getting little hits about it. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune for you. Some of you, there's a change in work in your home because of this, but it's a welcome change. It's a welcome change. It's like opening all the windows and letting the air come in. It's fresh. It's rejuvenating. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune here for Cancer. I realized I was twisting my body. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune for Cancer. Balance. More about balance. Also decisions. The 10 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, there's an 8 of Pentacles. So it's also a nod to how much work and energy you have spent investing in things in your life. Cancer, I feel like it's all coming down to balance. On the bottom, we have the moon and the world with the Queen of Wands underneath that. Wow. Some of you have gone through a major completion or shift. I want to say it's a completion of something emotional, something that's been buried in your psyche, that's been buried in the subconscious. That's allowed you to, again, to take time to restore yourself, to take time to establish balance for yourself, prioritizing you and hope. Hope is a big thing here. Cancer is looking amazing. So congrats. Let's move on to Scorpio. Ooh. I'm just angled right now, and I realized I was like really twisting my back there. All right. Scorpio. Put you over there. Ooh, okay, Scorpio, you're getting the unicorns. Okay. Ruby's coming up for you. They're literally showing me like a super like jet black. Oh, jet may also be a crystal you're using. Scorpion, but like literally like a ruby crystal in its back. Like the whole thing in and of itself. You could have some stuff going on with your heart chakra. You could have some stuff going on with your back. I want to say if you do, it's probably your upper back, like the back of your heart probably, but they're emphasizing the ruby really strong with you, which I kind of look at as a Scorpio stone. I know garnet is more typical for Scorpios, if you're talking about red stones anyway. What's going on with you, Scorpio? Like, it's interesting because they don't always show me the signs as their symbol, but they're literally showing me, you, as a Scorpion, and a big Scorpion. I also usually associate Scorpio with like eagle, right? Or phoenix, which is another form for you guys. But they're emphasizing this lower form, which is really interesting to me. Hold on. I'm like, for some reason, Scorpio, I got really uncomfortable getting into your reading. I'm like painfully aware of even just like how I'm sitting. Oh, you're in Kapa'a? Oh, God, I haven't been there in years. It's so time to go back. I miss all the islands, but Kauai, I really haven't been in a long time. Actually, Kapa'a is where I got my first tattoo. And it's still my favorite. Anyway, Scorpio, let's get back to you. Scorpio, what's going on for Scorpio here? It's interesting too, there's a lot of reference to crystals and stones for you. So we had garnet, we also had, not garnet, interesting, I just said garnet, ruby. Garnet also obviously coming out as well. Jet was coming out, and now I'm getting like a, is that citrine? Yeah, I'm getting like a citrine vibe. Are we just working our way up the chakras, Scorpio? Well, maybe that's what it is, because they're showing me you in like more of like your lower form. Some of you Scorpios could have been transmuting some, what I call plaque, the really sticky energy that's really difficult to work through. Ooh, okay. So we have Four of Wands. That bodes really well for you. Four of Wands is, indicative of a portal card for a lot of readers. A lot of readers will say it's the marriage card, and it is explicitly. But for me, it's my card of abundance and stability, heading towards that, moving into that, moving beyond the threshold into that, or celebrating that with other people. Okay? Yeah, I gotta go back to the islands. Scorpio, any other messages or insights for Scorpio? They just keep showing me these stones for you. There may even be pieces of jewelry that have these stones that Spirit's like, hey, pay attention to these stones. Maybe they're just helpful for you at this time. They seem significant. Scorpio. Ten of Wands. Okay. With the Four of Wands and the Ten of Wands, there's a Six of Wands energy, which does bode well. Six of Wands is usually victory. Okay. It's also recognition, but to have this 10 can just be hard work. It doesn't always have to be a burden. Oh, but why do I feel like it is for you? Why is the Ten of Wands here? Maybe this is why your back is being emphasized. Maybe even like literally carrying something that's been too much for you. Yeah, the Nine of Wands. Yeah, Scorpio, you've been carrying something that's been way too much. And you have all wands here. You have all fire, Scorpio. You do have a Mars energy. Remember that. With the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands especially, it's really telling me this has been too much. Back-breaking, metaphorically speaking. There's also an Ace of Wands here, and there's also a Five of Wands here, along with a Six of Wands. To be honest here, Scorpio, I think your victory is dropping this. Some of you could be relationship. I'm hearing responsibility though. Attachment to some sense, some perspective of responsibility, some notion of responsibility and commitment, whether that's a relationship, a job, or even an idea you've been committed to. It's backbreaking. I also want to say heartbreaking, actually. Any other messages or insights for Scorpio? It's there. I keep getting though. It's like it's a concept. It's like it's the way you're looking at it. It's the way you're looking at your responsibility in it or your commitment to it. Just want to say the Aloha Friday video was vital. Can't thank you enough. Oh, you're so welcome. And also welcome to the weekly. Scorpio, more fire. Knight of Wands, Sag energy. Why is the Knight of Wands here? I think you want to be free. Scorpio, are you going to have a wild week? Are you going to let that Scorpio wildness come out? Why is the Knight of Wands here? There's that Six of Wands. Yeah, your victory here, Scorpio, is getting free of this. Five of Pentacles at the bottom. You have only fire. Just like crazy. Which tells me, Scorpio, this is in your spirit, okay? This is in your spirit. This is in your mana. This is in your energy. It's not just physical. It's not just mental. It's not just emotional. It's like it's at the core of your energy. You want to be free. So I think you should get free. I keep feeling like you've had a hard time putting this down or letting go of this notion of responsibility. Yeah, it's responsibility. I'm surprised the Hierophant's not out here. I can't get over all the fire. I'm sorry. I just got to show you guys one more time. You have 5 cards, and they're all from the Wand suit. Look at that. Oh, of course, 6 of Wands didn't want to stay. But yeah, let's pull another card here. Any other messages or insights for Scorpio? Oh, we got a non-wand card. The Two of Pentacles, decisions and balance. Tell me about the Two of Pentacles. I feel like I already know the answer, but yeah, Tower, and then we have the Six of Swords at the bottom. Scorpio, it's time to go, I want to say. It's time to go. It's time to let this go. It's time to not carry this weight around so much. Some of you may just be really hard on yourself. I'm getting pulled back to the overall for water signs. Like there's no energy of the comic, and it's about reclaiming that. You've been in the riddle. Intertwined, enmeshed, strangled even by the riddle, and you're reclaiming that comic energy to be free, to be lighter, to play. It's play, Scorpio, it's play. With the Tower and the Two of Pentacles being here, the Tower feels more like an insight to me for you. It doesn't feel like an event. It feels like you're waking up to it. You're like, yeah, it's time. And again, you don't have to drop anything physical here. It could literally just be, I'm not going to be that hard on myself anymore. I'm not going to hold myself to that level of responsibility anymore. Actually, can we get clarification on the Nine of Wands with the Ten of Wands? So you can get clearer on that. It's almost like allowing yourself to be kind of a little bit of a kid again, is what I'm getting to. Yeah, you're getting less serious, actually. Which is good for the soul sometimes. So I have the 10 of Wands and the 9 of... Yeah. The World. Saturn, fixed energy as well. Oh, and look, more Wands. We have 8 of Wands at the bottom. Scorpio, I feel like... my back is starting to hurt now. It's funny because I was all physically uncomfortable too when I got in your energy. It was like, I feel contorted and weird. Scorpio, the World coming out here. I think that's pretty clear that this is a pretty embedded pattern or lesson for you. You don't have to carry this weight. Whether it's about responsibility, duty, being needed, people looking to you to take care of it, whatever. It's actually not your responsibility. And it's okay to have fun. It's okay to be wild. It's okay to play. I want to say it's not that serious. And also I keep wanting to say, like, whatever you think is your responsibility actually is not. I gotta look. What is Scorpio? What is the responsibility Scorpio is perceiving? Empress and Justice. Very Venusian. That's the responsibility you think you have. Yeah, okay. It's about deserving, of what's deserving. Maybe some of you feel like it's your responsibility to ensure that balance is always present. Maybe you have Libran traits. Can you clarify Empress and Justice for the responsibility Scorpio has been carrying? There, that's how I phrase it. For the responsibility Scorpio has been carrying. Ooh, as a responsibility, that's heavy. Normally these cards, outside the context of this kind of intention we're setting, is really beautiful. But Scorpio, it's looking like you think your responsibility is financial, material, and maybe even taking care of other people, and also emotional and empathetic, and maybe even taking care of other people. It's like both in both realms of that. Financially, materially, and emotionally, almost like being a parent. Maybe you guys are a parent, and maybe you just need a break. Maybe you just need a vacation and have someone watch your kid or your kids, and you can just like be you without the parent title for like a day, right? Some of you, that's just what it is, but it is like the level of responsibility of like a matriarch, patriarch, or someone who like runs a business, or someone who like has a family. It's a high level of responsibility, but like the fact that you have both of these elements here, earth and water, says that you're kind of doing double duty, is almost what I want to say. You're taking it all on. All. You're taking it all on. Well, you have your answer, Scorpio. Give yourself a break. Go and have fun. And just know it ain't that serious. If you're a parent, you're a parent. Like, you know, but even parents need a break. All right, Pisces. Pisces. Fishy fishies. It's interesting doing water first because like I normally do you guys last a lot of the time. Pisces. And keep in mind too for timestamps if anybody's coming in late or just, I mean, if you're like halfway through the video and you're like, I don't know. Anyway, timestamps. It takes me a little while to get the timestamps up. Okay. But I am writing them down. So just give it a few minutes after this post. Oh, my throat. Oh, Pisces. What's going on for Pisces? Pisces. Interesting, because you were feeling kind of quiet. And we have the 5 of Wands. I think you're trying to avoid this. I feel like you're trying to avoid the 5 of Wands. Oh, yeah, that doesn't feel super great. 5 of Wands is like competition, conflict, fighting, petty. I feel like you're avoiding it. Because like how quiet you were, I was like, where's Pisces? Is Pisces in the building? Ooh. Death. Okay. Pisces, your energy feels very interesting. I feel like you're doing your Pisces ghost thing that you guys do. Because with this energy, I feel like this is happening in your life, but I can't feel you. It's almost like maybe, I don't know if you're like not connecting to what's happening, or you're just doing the ghosty Pisces thing. Death with the Five of Wands, there's a big change that's happening, and it's not subtle. It's really not subtle. Some of you, it's actually being induced by like actual conflict and fighting. And I think maybe you don't really want to be around that. You don't want to bear witness to it. You don't want to deal with it, but it's happening in your life. It's happening around you. It may even be happening, I want to say, in your community, your group, your family, your work. Yeah, it's like you're not there. You could be disassociating, I will say. Some of you guys could be disassociating. Sometimes Five of Wands can be internal conflict, and if that's the case, Pisces, something for you is changing fundamentally inside of yourself. I just feel like you're not. It's like you're trying not to be present for this. Anything else for Pisces? Six of Swords. Yeah, again, I feel keep feeling like you're evading it with the Six of Swords. Yeah, it's just what keeps coming through. Queen of Cups at the bottom as well. Yeah, if you got people around you causing drama, you're trying really hard to stay away from it as much as you can. But if this is your own internal stuff, I feel like you're trying to run away from something you can't run away from. Am I taking these? No. Any other messages or insights for Pisces? Some of you may have other water placements. I just heard both Cancer and Scorpio. You could also be dealing with people with water placements. Not necessarily, I just heard it. Anything else for Pisces? Interesting. 10 of Wands is coming out on the 5. Excuse me. So also Scorpio had 10 of Wands. And again, I did hear Scorpio and Cancer with you. So good news is that 5 of Wands energy, if people are causing drama and all kinds of shit, it really is, it's hitting a breaking point. Regardless of how you're interacting with it or not, it's like they're kind of doing it to themselves. I keep feeling a group with you, like a group or a community. I think they've been too much for you. It's like even you're too sensitive even for that kind of energy. And again, if this is your own internal yeah, it's hitting, I didn't even see that. Yeah, it's hitting a breaking point. If this is your own internal conflict or internal resistance, you can try to outrun it, but you're not going to. The Tower, you're not going to. It will be dealt with in some way, shape, or form. Harmony will be achieved in some way, shape, or form, even if it's chaotic. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Sorry. There's a lot of things going on in your reading all of a sudden. So here's what just came out. The Fool, Ace of Wands, and the Page of Cups. We're going to come back to that in a second. Tower still at the bottom, and I noticed the 7 of Swords. They're showing me the, I don't know if it's called mice or rats. I think it's called rats. The rats card from the Lenormand deck. They're showing me that. And then here, the Devil's peeking out. What's around the Devil? Knight of Pentacles with Page of Wands. 5 of Cups. Yeah, I like Pisces. Whether this is internal or external, the source of this 5 of Wands is highly toxic. And it's an indication of that toxicity. That's why it's kind of, they just gave me a gross visual. It's like a boil being lanced. It like that, sorry, not to be gross, but that pus needs to come out. That toxicity needs to come out. The vessel needs to be purged of it. The situation, the environment, your life, you need to be purged of it. It's toxic, the Devil. And the Devil was also with, it's an interesting combination. The Devil with the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Five of Cups. There's a lot of disappointment around this. And I want to say too, that Knight of Pentacles, especially with the Page of Wands too, there's been like excitement and commitment to whatever this is, or like you've had this mindset of I'm going to commit to what I'm excited about. And if this is about other people and drama, it's like losing out on something you were excited for because of other people and the toxic bullshit. And the Tower with the Seven of Swords, it's just really clear. Here's what's underneath that. Yeah, with the Ace of Pentacles. Pisces, I gotta be honest, some of y'all might have been dealing with people who were probably not above being greedy, right? Like Seven of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, like that's a thief. That's someone who's like taking a lot of money explicitly. It's the energy of it. But if I were to read this like straightforward, like textbook tarot, this would be a thief. And with money, or like something that was worth a lot, like a car or a diamond or something like that. Yeah. But this coming out on the board, the Fool, Ace of Wands, and the Page of Cups. It's interesting because again, I keep feeling like you're trying to evade it. And we've talked a lot about if this is manifesting externally, but if this is more of an internal situation, I feel like you've been committed to things that are actually really unhealthy for you. You've been committed to things that are toxic to you. And with the Knight of Pentacles, it could even have been work related. Doesn't have to be, but Knight of Pentacles is loyal. Loyal, consistent, predictable. I'm showing up. I'm the ride or die. I'm here, right? But this also is giving me that feeling of like breaking away too. So whether you're confronting your own tendency to get involved in toxic situations, or being committed in a toxic way, or being devoted in a toxic way, or dealing with just like shady people, you are going to be liberated. It's messy though. I'm not going to lie, it's messy. So I just recommend, if this is more internal, don't run, just face it. Just face it, just deal. And if it is external, maybe getting away from them is probably the best course of action. Okay. All right, moving on. Whew, that was interesting. Fire, earth, or air? Ooh, I'm getting ooh. I'm getting this like very lighthearted feeling. Who is this for? I think it's for air signs. Let's go and do air. Okay. It's like the chest feels light, the heart feels light. Open, maybe? All right, air signs. Coming back to the archetype deck. Any messages or insights for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. See here. Yeah! Sorry, I got disconnected. Clyde, he's sleeping. He's either eating or he's sleeping. I made sure to feed him before going live just so he wouldn't get all riled up. But yeah, he's probably sleeping. We have Creator coming out here for the air signs. Love it. Creator is creator. It's being in a rejuvenated, renewed energy of creation and excitement and just getting ready for the new things. It's expansive. It's very Jupiterian, actually, which Jupiter is in Gemini, as we know. Okay. Anything else for my air signs? Ooh. Okay. We have the King. Okay, air signs. That feels very generous, actually. I'm getting a generosity off of that. Air signs, you are just so inspired this week. Some of you are, I'm getting that Leo energy too. Some of you are so inspired, you're like wanting to share your energy. You're wanting to share you. You're just wanting to share. You're just wanting to share. Some of you are wanting to birth something that can give back to other people. Some of you are ready to get a new income stream. I'm also getting that too. I'm getting I am getting material. I am getting some material things here, but I'm also getting like, you want to give. Specifically, you want to give. Sometimes we go through phases where we feel like our cup is like runneth over, and we can really just do a lot more than we could before, whether that's energetically, emotionally, or physically. And I feel like that's what I'm getting with you. Oh, we have the bridge. Yeah, making connections. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love this. Look at you. Look at you, air signs. Being the little social butterflies that you are. Yeah, this is totally a very generous energy. You know what it's also reminding me of? I think it was coming up in Earth or Cappies, if I'm not mistaken, that big daddy energy. It came up in two different readings, and I know one was on YouTube, one might have been on Patreon. It's kind of giving me that. It's like getting into this place where you can kind of be big daddy, regardless of gender, to other people or to a person, and you're just ready or inspired to do it. But the bridge is the bridge. That's literally like bridging the gap between people. Some of you want to invest in someone's idea, like as an investor. Some of you, that's totally the case. Like you could be like sponsor. I don't know how it works in the art world, but could even be like sponsoring artists. Like this is the vibe. This is the vibe. You want to connect with people. You want to share with people. You want to experience with people. Some of you want to even provide to people. You're just feeling inspired and excited and just eager to show up. It's very nice. Ooh, it's very nice. Could use more of this kind of big daddy energy in the world. All right, again to Gemini. Interesting. Gemini. I just got Pisces vibes, and we did just do Pisces a little bit ago. And they have like a thief kind of energy hanging around. Be careful, Big Daddy, right? People see Big Daddy and they want all Big Daddy's money, right? So be careful. All right, Gemini. Gemini, we're gonna go with Rider Waite for you, actually. No. Actually, I changed my mind. We'll go with unicorns for you. Okay. Gemini. Any messages or insights for Gemini? For Gemini's highest good for this week? Gemini, what's going on for Gemini? It's like, I just love it. It's such a good vibe. It's like giving from the soul. It's giving from the heart. Gemini. Any messages or insights for Gemini? Okay. Gemini, 3 of Wands. That's hopeful. That's optimistic. That's anticipating expansion. We like it. All right. Anything else for Gemini? Yeah, I'm getting like watery vibes with you. You could have water in your chart. Again, not necessarily. Gemini, some of you guys are far away from I want to say. Some of you guys are thinking about travel or someone who's really far or an opportunity that's physically far. I'm just getting a little bit of that vibe of like, oh, should I get on a plane? Should I look at plane ticket price? Like, I'm getting that vibe with you for some. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. Almost called you Pisces. You and Pisces got something. This period of time of anticipation is done. The next is here. The next is here. 3 of Wands isn't necessarily inactive, but it can imply a little bit of waiting. It can imply the right timing. The time is now. The time is now, and you know it. Oh, happy birthday, Geminis. Sorry. The time is now. Yeah. If you've been like just waiting for the right time, or you've been like, you've been again anticipating, it's here. I want to say it's go time. Any other messages or insights for Gemini? Oh. Devil and the 10 of Swords. With the 8 of Wands. I feel like the devil's actually going away. So that's interesting. I didn't even sense that when we're on the 3 of Wands. This 3 of Wands energy, maybe it's been longer than you've wanted. Almost this feeling of restriction. That's kind of more what I'm getting with you with the devil, like Saturn. Like the restriction of Saturn more than like super toxic, but I feel like the wheel is changing that. The wheel is changing the devil. Yeah. You've been restricted in some way. That restriction's going away. Maybe that's also why the Ten of Swords is here with the Eight of Wands, right? Like, Eight of Wands is expansion and movement and heading forward and coming out of this very like, okay, I'm ready. Okay, I'm eager. Anticipation. Anything else for Gemini? What is Gemini wanting in the Three of Wands energy? What is Gemini looking forward to in the Three of Wands energy? I keep getting something about distance, Gemini. I keep getting something about distance. Could be distance of time, like something feels far, but it feels physical. Victory. Yeah, you're wanting victory of some kind. You're wanting to achieve something. You want to hit your target is how it's coming through. You want to hit your target. You know what your target is. But it's been a timing game. Anything else for Gemini? Knight of Pentacles, that did show itself in the Pisces read. This is Virgo energy. This is loyalty. This is consistency. This is showing up. Being focused. Being diligent. You got a lot of Saturnian energies around you too. Yeah, you haven't lost your focus. Even with like the sense of, okay, I know it's not the right time. I got to wait for the right time. I know things will expand. I know things will shift. I know things will change. I know things will go in my favor even. So maybe you've been very confident about this. You've been committed. You've been committed to whatever this target is in your mind of what it is that you want, whatever this achievement is that you want with the Six of Wands. But you needed to wait. Any other messages or insights for Gemini? Ooh, Seven of Cups. Why is the Seven of Cups here for Gemini? Feels yearning again. It is. It's yearning. Gemini. I don't know if this is like a typical Gemini thing or what. Maybe it is. Actually, maybe it is. Maybe it's just an air sign thing. I feel like in this Three of Wands, like the longer we're in your reading, the more I can feel your yearning. But I don't think it's like, it wasn't super obvious at first. But then when this came out, I was like, interesting. And the second I tried to pull cards on it, I felt the yearn. Seven of Cups can be a card of fantasy, daydreaming, illusions. Sometimes the Six of Cups is the card we look to for yearning. But Seven of Cups is like yearning to the next level. Like you're daydreaming a lot. Okay. And then to clarify it, we have the Hermit with the Four of Cups and the King of Swords. It's interesting because I feel like this has been your way of coping in the Three of Wands energy. While you've known that there's been a timing situation, there's been a sense of restriction. I can tell you're almost looking unbothered on the surface with the Four of Cups and the King of Swords. That's looking unbothered, but you're coming across as the Hermit. Now, the Hermit can be unbothered, but the Hermit soul searches because they give a shit a lot. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, are you unbothered? Kind of not really, right? Because if you were unbothered, you wouldn't care, right? Seven of Cups is telling me you got a lot of stirrings about whatever this target is that you have been waiting for the right time to fall into alignment for the right window. Very elusive. Very elusive. I'm going to get a card on the King of Swords and then we'll move on. Again, coping. Sorry, they brought me back. This could have been your way of coping because maybe this is how you stay balanced. Right? Yeah. This is how you stay balanced. This is how you like self-regulate in this energy. Tell me about the King of Swords. Ooh. Again, elusive. We have the Moon. I do feel like you are the King of Swords here. And with the Moon, you could be very intuitive. You could be a Moon Aquarius. You can be a Moon Pisces. They're neighbors. And Pisces is prominent here. Moon is also Pisces in this deck, even though it's also Cancer. Yeah, it's like you're intuiting, you're feeling out the right timing. Chariot, Cancer, yeah, the right timing for movement. The right timing for movement, the right timing for action, the right timing for when this will come into play and when you can achieve this with the Six of Wands. Very interesting, Gemini. We're going to move on to the next sign. I feel like that's all we're going to really get with you, because I feel like it's almost like you want to keep this under wraps in a weird way. It's got a very like shh kind of energy to it. Like, don't tell my secrets. So we're just going to leave it. All right, Libra. Libra. Ooh, the angel deck just screamed at me for you. We may pull a little special card for you. We might. We'll fill that out. Libra. What deck did we not use yet? Oh, no, glow in the dark. That's right. How did you end up all the way over here? Okay, Libra. If you're in the chat and you are enjoying it and you haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button. Libra, any messages or insights for Libra for this week, for Libra's highest good? For Libra. It's interesting, Libra, because we have a lot of Venus energy. Not necessarily Libra energy, but like Uranus is in Taurus, Venus is moving into Taurus. Venus is also very active with Jupiter. Got a lot of Venusian energy going on. I almost want to say you hold the cards in a situation. We have the Four of Cups. What are you holding? You're holding something in the Four of Cups. Four of Cups can be contemplative, meditative. Could also be someone who's just really over a situation, but I feel it's like maybe you don't even realize you're doing this. It feels strategic. This feels strategic, Libra. You could just be taking more meditative time because you know it's in your best interest. But I'm hearing you hold all the cards. You hold all the cards in a situation. Like you have the answers, you have the keys, you have the upper hand. Maybe you don't realize that. The devil's coming out a lot for the air signs. I'm kind of surprised. Devil and the Ace of Swords. You're identifying the devil. You do have the answers. You do have the keys. You do hold the cards in a situation that has been, I want to say, unpleasant, maybe even unfavorable. I'm going to say unpleasant. Unpleasant. Some of you, this is all internal. Like it's your own demon. It's your own inner demons. But you've seen the devil. And that's kind of the key to everything here in your situation. What's the devil energy here for Libra? What is the context of the devil for Libra? What's the context of the devil? Jesus. Ugh. Okay. You have 5 cards here. Yeah, some of you this is internal, some of you it's external. So we have the Queen of Pentacles with the 8 of Swords, the Page of Swords. This is feeling like a negative self-talk, like negative criticism, but also like judgments of other people. I'm getting both of that. And then we have the Tower with the 9 of Cups. Yeah, Libra, this is kind of feeling how our own mind, our own criticism, or the criticism of others gets in the way of our own happiness. So some of you, this is about freeing yourself from some very critical people, from very restrictive people. I want to say even greedy people. With the Queen of Pentacles, I don't read reversals, but with the Devil and the Queen of Pentacles both being Cappy energies here, with the 8 of Swords, the shadow Cappy could be present, which is greed. So, and I say this with love, Libra. I want the right words here. Whether it's the greed gluttony, or controlling natures of others, or yourself. Especially that Nine of Cups being there. Because while Nine of Cups can also be happiness, it can also be indulgence. And I feel like you are identifying they keep wanting me to tell you, you're holding all the cards, you have the power. You have the power. Yeah, okay, so Libra, I think this is coming down to like addictive like things, addictive like vices and patterns with you and people that you may interact with, both or one or the other, and how that's had a hold on you, that's held you back. Some of you have been like almost enslaved by this, by your attachment to the material, your attachment to pleasure, your attachment to, I really want to say like indulgence, gluttony, greed. Please, I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. Greed doesn't always have to be like, ooh, I'm evil and greedy. You know what I mean? It's like greed doesn't always look that way. Greed is I want, right? Greed is I want and I want to have. Not all people who have those feelings are bad people. But you're identifying the devil and you're getting very real with yourself. It's interesting because that's also very shadowy Venus, right? But again, some of you, it's actually about people who have these traits and it's been holding you back. It's been affecting you, but you're seeing how to set yourself free. Yeah. You're seeing how to set yourself free. I'll put all this down here. Any other messages or insights for Libra? The power, they're bringing back to the power. You've given your power away to these 7:17 on the clock here. I don't even know why my computer woke up. I didn't even touch anything. My computer literally just went bloop, 717. Excuse me. Some of you really giving your power away to these people. Some of you really giving your power away to these addictions, these vices, these attachments to comfort and pleasure and indulgence. Again, I don't know if I said addiction. Some of you guys, it could be addiction. If it's people, again, they could even just be pushy ass people. You know what I mean? They could just be very controlling, pushy people. Anything else for Libra? Oh, we have the Ace of Cups. I like that for you. Tell me more about the Ace of Cups. Oh, Libra, this may feel like just a weight off of your body. Because once you identify the devil, you can cut the devil out very easily. Tell me about the Ace of Cups being here for Libra. I keep getting, like, for those where there's like external people in this for you, I keep getting pulled to their influence. And I don't like it. Some of you guys is your family. Ooh, whoa. Did we just take a turn? Libra, do you have a telenovela today? Ace of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Three of Wands. I feel like this is you choosing yourself and not choosing filling the void, right? With the attachment to these things, or be allowing yourself to be enslaved to these people or influenced by these people. Because Three of Swords is heartbreak and heartache, but it's also it's discomfort and it's tension, but it's like, I'm almost seeing a hole as the heart here, like an emptiness. And then you're embracing the Ace of Cups. So, oh, wow. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot going on. Yeah, no wonder an angel card wanted to come out for you. I'm going to pull an angel card. Don't let me forget. Don't let me forget. Okay. I feel like Libra needs it. Yeah, Libra, it's like some of you, there could be a lot going on with your heart space. Like your heart is opening, or healing, or just like getting turned on. Some of this could be someone you know, but it literally feels like going from a void-like energy, like feeling void-like, to feeling full. Because you're actually choosing you, and you're choosing health, and you're choosing your soul, you're choosing your emotions. Oh, interesting. Some of you may realize that you may actually have been avoiding some feelings here that have been kind of keeping you in these cycles and in these situations. But like you're rushing towards that Ace of Cups. Now, if this is someone you know and it's not you, and they've been dealing with all of this, it's like they're definitely having a wake-up call with their relationship to emotions, happiness versus pleasure and intoxication, or again, being influenced by people who just running these kind of toxic ways, and they could be headed towards you, just saying. But let's get an angel card for you because it feels necessary. Can I get an angel card for Libra? A lot of cards came out, but I'm only taking the one that's faced the opposite direction. I want to pull a second one for you. This came out in the collective read. If you didn't watch the collective read, I highly recommend it. But this is basically about like recognizing your wounds, your scars, and allowing yourself to write a new story for yourself, a new narrative for yourself, one that is loving and one where you can be more whole and accepted and embodied within yourself is what this card speaks of. So I'm going to pull one more. But specifically speaks about relationships, specifically speaks about the impact of painful relationships and painful memories around other people and like transmuting that by writing a new story. But let's pull another card. It just feels, I don't know, like you need one. Can I get one more for Libra? Can I get one more for Libra? Okay. Ooh. Ooh. God, these visuals. I'm going to show you the bottom card. The art is like, I love it. It's haunting. I love it. Layla, the Night's Candle. Even just saying that. Libra, there may be aspects to you that are, yes, misunderstood, but maybe like this, right? Like, because like, okay, words, I'm not using my words, I'm sorry. Libra, you're about beauty, right? You're Venus, you're beauty. But beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? Beauty can come in all kinds of aesthetics. And I'm almost wondering if like you enjoy a certain aesthetic or a certain art, or even like the way you express yourself, there's something kind of darker about it, not like in a bad way, but just like haunting is like the word that wants to come through. Like, look how beautiful this is, but it is kind of like, it's not exactly like rainbows and unicorns, right? I feel like some of you may have repressed this. This is like a very little message in here for some of you. And now you're embracing it more. Oh. I'm going to pull the book out because like I said, this is a new deck for me, but Cosmic Patterns. It's giving me clown energy too. Let's read this one. Yeah, I want to say there's something about like your style, your expression, preference, like aesthetically. Maybe you enjoy like a gothic style. There's something darker and like, I want to say just unconventional that you haven't embraced until probably you're about to embrace it for the first time. Anyway, Cocabeal? It's interesting names here. The Fallen Angel. Cocabeal is a fallen angel whose name means angel of the stars or star of God. Oh, wow. A watcher of humanity and a teacher of constellations. This messenger is a cosmic guide who empowers the mind with an esoteric understanding of the relationship between the earth and the heavenly bodies. You could be an astrologer. The archetypes of an astrology, the characteristics of the constellations, and the choreography, Lord have mercy, of the planets can offer a broader understanding of the metamyths, which shape our human history and mold our inner persona and outer worldview. Not sure where to begin? Start by recalling and taking note of the dates and times of significant moments in your life. Ooh, I think this is one of my new favorite decks. We're like halfway through the description. Again, I've never read this card before, but it's given me the vibe of like pay attention to these patterns by like also like looking at certain painful points in your history and what was going on astrologically at that time. Like literally, I feel like that's what it's saying. You can do that on the pattern, by the way, which like, I don't know, I've grown to have a weird relationship with the pattern. Every time I open it, it gives me anxiety and I can't look at it anymore. But you can do that on the pattern really easily. I highly suggest it if it's still free. I don't know, it's like you can't get, anyway, not the video for that. Anyway, Is there a cycle in your stars? Do you feel like a particular cosmic lesson continues to repeat at infinitum, but you don't know how to recalibrate or understand your relationship with it? Connect to Kokobio and allow their assistance to offer ethereal insight. They will illuminate the patterns presently mapping your chart. If you draw Kokobio, you're being asked to pay closer attention to the celestial patterns that guide your path. I also want to say North Node. Take a look at your North Node. Look to the stars and examine how these cycles may be iterating in your day-to-day reality. The ritual here, take a practical step in the world of astrology and planetary influence. Channel Kokobio's guidance as you look more deeply into your sun, moon, and rising signs and how they may influence your daily life. Approach these celestial bodies as archetypal stories, which give shape to your experiences and perception. Identify recurring themes and lessons that may offer in the heavenly metaphors within your persona and perspective on the world. Interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely going to love this deck. Okay, Libra, we're going to move on to Aquarius. Also, especially I'm like noticing the time. I can't believe we're like 2.5 hours in already. Hold on. I've been into 90s ripped clothes look. Oh, I feel like the 90s are like, I was born in the 90s, but I love that fashion era. I wouldn't be surprised if some 2000 stuff comes back too. I was the tugboat, I changed out. Okay. Aquarius. Oh, did we use unicorns for Gemini? I think we did. All right. Right, wait. No, we used Rider-Waite. Okay. Aquarius. Right? You're getting unicorns, Aquarius, the Mac. All right. Aquarius. I'm seeing books. Maybe you like to read. Could be an avid reader. Maybe there's something in particular you're wanting to learn about. Books are also a symbol of hidden knowledge and secrets. Legacy of knowledge is coming through. Yeah, okay, so Aqua, getting very cerebral with you here. A lot coming through about information, knowledge, reading, and learning. Maybe you have a little reading nook. Aquarius. Maybe you're not wanting to socialize at all this week. Maybe you want to be wild with your books. Any messages or insights for Aquarius for this week? Let's see here. Oh! Okay. We have Knight of Swords, Gemini, with the Four of Wands. I feel like you've come into some information and you've got to say something. But with the books, I feel like whatever this information is that you've become privy to, it's about you. It's information about you. It's information about some of you, your own family, your ancestry, your patterns, your history. And you've got to say something to someone. You've gotten a light bulb moment of some kind and you want to act on it. You want to share it. You want to go and start a conversation. Some of you, and whatever it is that you're going to say, it could literally be just like talking about your family, your ancestry, if that's how this is translating for you. Could also be an offer though as well, a proposal of some kind of the Four of Wands. It's starting to feel kind of like kind of like that Mars Leo energy, right? Like propping about a bed at 3 a.m. and like, I gotta go. I must do it now. It's like, that's kind of how it's feeling. Like you've got to pick up the phone right away. You got to get in your car. You got to go have this. It's a conversation. Aquarius. Maybe you feel like you discovered something. Like a discovery, but I feel like it's personal. I feel like it's about you. It's something you know about you. And maybe what you want. Or what it means. Very curious. Ooh. As I say want, and the Ace of Wands comes out. With the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, and the Two of Wands. We got Five of Cups on the bottom. Whatever this information is, again, it's like you have to act now. But the Eight of Pentacles, It's a lot of energy to invest, but you're ready to invest in it. It's like you get the information, the flame is lit, the motivation's lit, and you're ready to make a decision to put a lot of energy and time into something based off of utilizing this information you're coming into, this awareness you're coming into. If it's like about your family, maybe you're learning about a legacy, a part of your family's ancestry, and it's inspired you to do something, or it's inspired you to work on something. It's investment. You want to invest. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. Let's see what you're saying. Let's look what you're saying. Tell me about the Knight of Swords for Aquarius. Tell me about the Knight of Swords for Aquarius. The Five of Cups keeps trying to come out. Yeah, the Chariot. Like you just must. I must act now. It's so clear. Ten of Pentacles, legacy. Some of you, in whatever this information is that you have moved into, some of you understand like what your idea of your purpose is. Some of you, that's how it's translating. I say that because the Ace of Wands is the sacred flame card for me as a reader. It is the ace where your spirit is lit aflame, where your spirit is eager and ready for purpose, for fulfillment, to embark on that path. And with the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, you're ready. There's no hesitation at all. I keep feeling family vibes though. I feel like something about your family, your ancestry is tied into this. Tell me more about what Aqua's saying. Who's Aqua saying it to? Because you're saying it, you're speaking it, you're sharing it. Oh my God, more movement. Six of Swords. Traveling or moving could be part of this. We do have the Devil on the bottom. With the Nine of Swords. And the Hierophant. Commitments, obligations, duty, even family beliefs and values. Yeah, and then we have the Four of Cups. Okay, almost want to call you Capricorn. Maybe you got Cap in your chart. If you're Aqua, you probably do. So Aqua, I'm starting to get like there's some interesting layers here. I feel this weird layer of ancestry and family. I feel this layer of like information that has like sparked your soul and you're like, I see it, I get it, I must go now. Like now is in yesterday. To embody this, to share this, to talk about it, to make it a reality, to get the ball rolling, even like how fast I'm talking. But there's like, it's almost like there's some kind of strange conflict here because we also have we have the Hierophant with the Nine of Swords and the Devil. The Hierophant, whatever the Hierophant represents for you, I feel like it's a drag. It's some sort of duty or like obligation that is really, really putting you in a very unpleasant state of mind. It's almost like whatever is in conflict to this is making you kind of crazy, actually. It's like, it's plaguing your thoughts. You can't stop thinking about whatever the Hierophant is, and the Hierophant to me feels like it's opposing all of this stuff. So again, it could be something you're already obligated to that is directly like, it's funny, almost like I'm speaking in astrology terms. We'll come back to that, remind me, is directly opposing what you feel so inexplicitly driven to act towards and talk about. They're not even showing me who you're speaking to. All they're showing me is action on action on action is all they're showing me. I'm hearing moral dilemma. That, okay, yeah, that could track with the Hierophant. So maybe this is a moral dilemma. Like whatever the Hierophant is like, it's literally a moral that opposes whatever you feel so called to. I think there's something going on with your family. I think there's some sort of family obligation or family belief or value that contradicts what your soul is like practically dragging you towards. Who is Aqua headed towards? Because you're clearly talking to somebody. Who is Aqua talking to about this? I heard God. Okay. So you obviously over here, you're probably a very spiritual person. Could be talking to the creator about this. Like, what do I do? Tell me, what do I do? Yeah, some of you are in a moral dilemma about this. Yeah, they're just truth. It's truth. Truth and communication. Interesting. And on the bottom, we have 5 of Pentacles and the High Priestess with death. I don't think you're sharing with people the moral dilemma. I think that's literally between you and spirit. Okay? Literally. Especially with like High Priestess and 5 of Pentacles, it's like it's on the, like, that is on the down low. Like, people are not seeing that. They're not hearing about that. Maybe you're speaking, like, I'm just fascinated. I got to. Tell me a little bit more for Aquarius. Justice. Whatever this is, Aquarius, it feels like a higher calling. It feels like a sense of fulfillment that is just so clear and so obvious, and why would you wait? Whatever the moral dilemma is, they're not being clear about it. Again, I think that's probably rooted in like your upbringing or some sort of like obligation you're tied to that conflicts with this. And even when I kept saying opposing, I was tempted to like almost get into astrology. So I think there could be something astrologically going on here. I would check for like oppositions is what I would check with, because that's how this feels. It feels like opposition. Oppositions are more about like balancing, but it's almost like I think you got to be all in on whatever this is. But justice, I mean, you deserve it. You deserve it. I feel travel and moving here. I do. Interesting. Okay. Good luck. Good luck, Aquarius. Let's move on to another element. Oh, did you just hear my voice? Like, my voice just started. Oh, well, it fixed itself. Well, you are communicating. Okay. Fire or earth? Ooh, fire. You're pulling me in. Okay. I feel like fire is going to have some very sassy readings today. But let's see. So fire signs, I will say immediately I got peacock with you. And the color lavender. Very specific. Take that for what you will. Fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. Yeah, peacock. Peacock is pretty prominent. What's going on for my fire signs for this week? Oh, I was expecting saucy and we got watery. Okay. It's triumphant. You're triumphant. We have medallion with the healer and the tear. Some of you, this is giving me a little bit of soul retriever. Interesting. Maybe you're shamanic. Soul retrieving energy, soul retrieving vibes, right? Like pulling the gems and nuggets out of these like painful moments, which is healing for us and cathartic for us at the same time. It also works as the other way too, right? Where it's like as we purge and we cleanse and we grieve, we it's like it's create space for the light as the medallion. Also insights and wisdom that we attain through processing our painful times. No matter which way you cut it, fire signs, I am hearing the word triumphant. That's like a very specific word. You clearly have been going through some sort of healing process. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that with the way the cards have been laid out here. And with the tear, it has not exactly been non-emotional, right? But the medallion, this is feeling like the 6 of, I'm getting 6 of Wands energy here for you with the medallion. You've come out. I mean, you've come out the other side whole, I want to say. Yeah, it's like you didn't let these things beat you. You could be very competitive, because I keep getting like competitive like lingo, like triumphant, victorious. You didn't let this beat you. You could be very competitive. You were just battling your own pain. Some of you could have been dealing with some like competitive ego stuff, but I think you're just very proud of yourself, and you should be. Oh, peacock. I was like, okay, yeah, you're proud of yourself. And, it came back into my awareness. I was like, oh, that is peacock energy. Not in a bad way. Peacock can be a very healthy pride. It's also like luck and fertility. Another way I was feeling all masculine all of a sudden. But yeah, you're proud of yourself. And again, you should be. All right, let's go ahead and pull for Aries. Okay. Aries. Where are we going for Aries? Right away? Okay. Aries. Any messages or insights for Aries? Yeah, Aries, I'm getting a feeling of a sacrifice. Maybe you've recently had to let something go or someone go. Ooh. Maybe it's something you never thought you would have to. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. It's something you never thought you'd have to. Maybe this was last week for you. This is feeling a little older than like present day. Maybe I'm just getting context for what's going on with you this week. Emperor. Wow. Yeah, I want to say you showed a lot of strength, actually. So here you are, Emperor, whether you're male or female. This is your card. This is the card of Mars. And definitely a card of Aries. You can see the rams on the little arms. It's also Taurus for me as a reader. But I want to say you did. You showed great strength in the face of needing to make a very difficult decision. Okay. It was an emotional decision, but I don't know if you really allowed that to be displayed. You're really in your authority here, really in your power here. Aries, any messages? It's interesting because Libra, your counterpart, had some power stuff coming up. Not anywhere like you, very different. Any messages or insights for Aries? Ooh, yeah. Yeah, difficult decision. 8 of Swords, 10 of Swords, and the Moon. Yeah, this was hard. With the 8 and the 10, there's a 2 of Swords energy there, which is Moon, Libra. And it's interesting. I was just referencing Libra, your counterpart, and we do have the Moon here as well. You could have an air moon placement, specifically Gemini or Libra, just saying, because those are the energies that are here. Even Pisces, maybe, which is water. But yeah, 8 of Swords and the 10 of Swords and the Moon. This is a very difficult psychological battle about a really difficult decision, a very painful decision. But we do have Temperance, which tells me while this decision hasn't been easy, you have been handling it with maturity. You've been handling it with confidence. You've also been handling it with grace. You've also been getting this has also been healing for you to make this decision, because I want to say this decision, I don't want to say this, directly correlates with healing something for you. Like if you didn't make this choice, you would have been repeating something, but you did make this choice. And in that way, it kind of has liberated you. You made a decision that maybe, again, like you thought you could never make. I want to say it was to end something or put something to rest. Yeah, you never thought you could make this decision, and you did. And you handled it very well. Any other messages or insights for Aries for this week? Yeah. So while you were making this choice, we have the Hangman, but then we have the Wheel of Fortune and the 8 of Wands. Again, this seems like a very difficult choice for you, but this choice has led to spiritual growth and development, spiritual maturity for you. And with that also comes the reward of the Wheel of Fortune and the 8 of Wands, which is expansion and it's growth. It's also just positive energy. It's lucky energy. It's that medallion. It's that medallion. It's that Six of Wands kind of vibes. Again, you should be proud of yourself. You should. What else is coming with this reward for Aries? Healing. Yeah, I want to say you healed something very deep within yourself that you probably just didn't think you ever could or didn't realize like was a thing until you were faced with this decision. Some of you, there's I'm getting a little bit of mother energy. Hold on a second. Some of you, this might have brought up some mother stuff, okay? Or brought up some patterns or cycles around feminine maternal energies or dynamics, okay? Woo, okay, Leo. Let's see where we're at. All right, Leos. The Lions. Leos, you're getting the unicorns. You guys have Mars in your sign. I hope you're enjoying that. Leo. Any messages or insights for Leo? Ooh. Oh. Oh. Wow, you're the only one to get 2 of Cups today so far. Here you are, strength in your Leo energy, and the 2 of Cups. Oh, you're needing to be brave. You're needing to be brave when it comes to a relationship. This could be any kind of relationship, but it's one that is matters to you. You really feel a lot in your soul. It's a heart-to-heart, soul-to-soul kind of relationship, okay? Could even be a family member. But I feel like you're needing to practice a lot of patience, actually. Patience and needing to be brave. Like there's something you're scared about this relationship. Something about this relationship scares you. I want to even say makes you anxious. So it's like the way you're handling it. How do I want to say this? You're trying to like be patient so that it doesn't get muddied up, it doesn't get fucked up. So you don't lose your chance at something. Again, this, like some of you, this is family. Some of you, this is a friend, some of you is romantic. You know how it goes. But this person means a lot to you. This person means a lot to you. Even if this is like a newer kind of relationship or newer person, you just can't explain it. You just know that there's like something special here, or there's a lot of value in this relationship. But it's like, I can tell, I can feel it. There's fear. There's some kind of fear or anxiety here. Anything else for Leo? And there it is, 8 of Swords. That's fear. That's how we hold ourselves back. That's how we box ourselves in. I'm not going to take it. I just saw 9 of Wands. Yeah, you're scared. Okay. Not taking that. Why is Leo scared? Turn off the 8 of Swords. 3 of Pentacles. You're scared that it's not going to work out. Some of you, there's a relationship you're trying to bridge. Interesting. Bridge came up for air signs. So if you have any air in your chart, I watch the air readings. But the 3 of Pentacles is my mending card with relationships. It's also friendship and networking and getting things together. It's like you're afraid it's just not going to work. like straight up, no matter who this person is, how well you know them, or how new they are in your life, whatever the nature of the relationship, you're worried it's either just not going to work, or you're not going to get on the same page, or you can't mend something, or you can't get closer to them. Some of you, there's just a fear of rejection. But it's your own mind. I want to make that clear. 8 of Swords is our own mind at work here, okay? Oh, you really love them. You feel a lot with this person. I want to say there's genuine love here that you have for this person, Leo. But again, it's almost like you're like, especially if this is like a newer person, you're really trying to pace yourself emotionally because you don't want to like overwhelm, is what I'm getting. like, again, just patience of timing. I think you just don't want to be rejected. But if this is someone you've known and you want to get closer, deeper, or mend something, you really love this person. And again, it could be a family member. Actually, show me this other person for Leo. Show me this. You know what, Leo? I'm going to do you a solid. How does this other person feel about Leo? How does this person feel about Leo? How does this person feel about Leo? Watch the Queen of Cups come out. Wouldn't shock me. How does the other person feel about Leo? Oh, Empress. Okay. I feel like they look at you, Leo, as someone who actually does understand them and does respect them. And depending on the nature of your relationship, they may look at you like you really nurture them, actually. Like they can be the Empress. They can like relax. They can relax. And they can just be. They can be themselves, they can receive, they can chill. Yeah, it's like Leo, whoever this is, like regardless of like family or what have you, they look at this as a very abundant connection, a very abundant relationship. And I don't think there's anything to be afraid of. What's the best advice for Leo to getting over the fear? Watch it be a card of communication. Kind of. Okay. Chariot and the Eight of Cups. It's basically saying get over it. Not to be crass, but you know, Eight of Cups is letting go of the past. It's letting go of the emotional cups that you're carrying around that don't serve you anymore, that are creating the Eight of Swords. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that are creating the Eight of Swords. Just recognize it's your own fear, let it go, and swoop on in. Swoop on in, talk to them, do what you got to do. I'm going to pull another card here. How does Leo think this person sees them? We'll compare and contrast. How does Leo think this person sees them? How does Leo think this person sees them? Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, it's not as great as they actually see you. But the Knight of Pentacles. So you, okay. Maybe, okay, Leo. Okay, I see you, Leo. You may think that this person just looks at you as reliable, as consistent, almost utilitarian, practical in a way. Some of you, this like fear, some of you, there may be a little level of being afraid of being used, okay? And not really loved for who you really are, but like what you can give practically, or how you can like show up practically. And Leo, I also want to say, like, I don't know, you can think a little bit more highly of yourself, because you are coming off as a king, okay? But you think they see you as a knight. Like, you think that they actually don't see you for who you are. But I don't think that's true. I mean, again, when I pulled a card for like how they feel about you, it was the Empress. So it's interesting. Where you're at in your baseline, you think that they look at you as less than what you are. But they actually look at you as more than what you think about yourself. They look at you as more valuable than you see yourself. But you think they value you less than you are. It's interesting little projections going on here, Leo. You have your advice. I suggest you take it. That Strength card too. That Strength card is like the first card out. There could be a lot of like reserved holding back on both sides here. Okay. All right. Saggy. I don't know what that noise is. You guys probably can't even hear it. It's so subtle. Sagittarius. Wait, okay. Glow in the dark tarot, right? Yes, okay. Sag, what's going on for my Saggies? Any messages or insights for Sagittarius for this week? Just looking at my computer keeps doing this like random wake up thing. 755 Sag. So fives are jumping out there. That also breaks down to an 8 if you add all of them up. Sagittarius. Any messages or insights for Sagittarius? Oh, sad. We barely got any channeling on you before this came out. The 10 of Wands. Okay. Okay. I don't like that in a Sag reading. Oh, Jesus. All right. We're just diving in deep real quick, huh, Sag? Okay. Oh. So Sag, the good news is you're going to be alleviated of some very heavy shit. You're going to be alleviated of fatigue. You're going to be alleviated of stress, of burden, of feeling like you just can't take it anymore. But you're going to have to go through the underworld to do it. You're like going to need a good cry, maybe a good scream, maybe a good journaling session, maybe some hot cocoa. But you will be relieved of whatever this weight is. It feels very internal. It feels very internal. But I think it may also manifest physically. Yes, you guys are really tired. Some of you are really tired and really need to rest. You're being liberated. And I think you're aware of that. You're aware of it, but it's just like, oh, it's just so like dense energetically. It's also kind of emotional. Like, you know, when you're like purging like heavy energy, sometimes you just cry. You don't even know why you're crying. It's not attached to anything. It's just like the intensity of the energy. It's kind of like that. But you're being liberated. Any other messages or insights for Sag? Oh, you got the 2 of Cups too. Okay. Look at you, Venus Cancer. Okay. Is this a friend? Is this a partner? I don't think anything with the relationship is changing. This feels like it's just in your field. Actually, tell me about this 2 of Cups for Sag. We have Knight of Wands. Oh, and 7 of Pentacles. It's interesting because your card is coming out as the Knight of Wands. And I just wanted to sit if it was you or if it was someone you're dealing with. I think it is you. I think it's you. You know what, Sag? I'm wondering if you're actually wanting to relieve someone else's burden or come to someone's aid. The 7 of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands is giving evaluating. It's giving like, let me figure out a plan. Let me get this figured out. How can I approach this person or my person? This could be someone, again, that you're partnered with. It's someone you definitely know. It's someone you have history with. Okay, it's not an acquaintance. It's someone that you have some level of knowing and intimacy with. Yeah, I'm thinking this is their burden and you're wanting to help them. I think you're wanting to help them. And remember, reverse it if need be. Oh, yeah, 6 of Cups. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're wanting to you're wanting to actually like almost be a cheerleader. This is cool. So we have the 6 of Cups, the Sun, and the 5 of Swords. When the 5 of Swords came out, I paused for a minute, and then I was like, I see it. It's determination. So, excuse me. This person is someone that, again, you have history with, but also somebody that, even if it's not a long history, and even if it's just like a friendship, there is this like undeniable, I get you, you get me, right? There's this undeniable, like, just a vibe. It's a soul vibe. It's a soul vibe of sorts. I'm starting to get a lot of things now. Hold on. Let's go over this first. The Sun with the 5 of Swords. I am getting determination with the 5 of Swords. Sometimes 5 of Swords can be like ego battles, but it also can be all or nothing, like not willing to lose, not willing to relinquish. And I want to say it's like you're in this energy for this person. Like yeah. Like you want to just like swoop in with a solid plan. You want to swoop in and like not almost like not not allow them to give up, or even not giving up on bringing joy to them. Yeah, I hope you understand what I'm saying here. It's like you're determined to have the sun in the space. You're determined to have joy in the space with them. Yeah. I was also picking up though, not all of you, but some of you, some of you are moving into a new chapter with this person, and maybe it's because of the way that you're like trying to come in for them. Yeah. Yeah, some of you, this is starting a new level of intimacy and understanding of each other, like the way you connect, the way you relate. So, like, if you're a friend, you're becoming a bestie. If it's like, if you're dating, you're becoming like probably more committed, right? For example, it's just there is a deepening of your relationship because of how you're showing up for this person, how you're wanting to show up for this person. And that's how relationships work, right? Any other messages or insights for Sagittarius? Some of you may even like actually feel like, some of you may be empathetic, like an empath, because I'm almost getting like you just understand what they're feeling and what they're going through. Also why you feel like you need to do something about it. It's very sweet. Yeah, Three of Pentacles, right? This is mending. This is also working with other people. This is building something up with other people, but it's also the card of just allyship and friendship. Foundational, regardless of your situation. Anything else for Sagittarius? So Four of Pentacles energy on the board now as well. I'm feeling into that, and that feels kind of funky. What's the Four of Pentacles about? This person may have a hard time letting you in sometimes. Oh, thank you. Some of you, this is why it's a milestone. The person that you're dealing with, they may have a difficult time receiving. Some of you, this help is practical. Some of you, it's emotional. Some of you, it's both. You're just showing up for them. Judgment on the bottom. Can't even make this shit up. Yeah, with the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Wow. And the Chariot. Come here. And the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, Sag. Yeah, thank you. So they're confirming that. So whoever this is to you, I feel like your approach, it's going to hit a new level of intimacy in your connection because it's hitting a new level of intimacy in their heart. You're just like, you're finding a way to just like get in there. And it will change your connection. And I also think it's going to help this person to receive. It's like, it's weird. I almost feel like some of you, and I think this is probably more for people where maybe you're more like friends and going deeper, or like you're dating and going deeper, like maybe you've known each other for like a few months. And it's like right to the heart. I like it. Let's get one other card. One other card for Sag. On the Three of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which means there's a Six of Pentacles energy here. You just want to give to this person. And I just noticed Six of Pentacles is at the bottom as well. Yeah, as the King of Wands, which is a giving force, an action force, which is totally you. Yeah, Sag, I love this. This is like so sweet. And I'm sure this person really needs it. Yeah, I keep getting, especially with the Nine of Pentacles showing up as them, they may have a really hard time receiving or like letting go of control to an extent. And you're going to help them. Some of you are going to help this person financially. Okay. That was really nice. Oh, the sun. It's very interesting lighting right now. Last but not least, Earth. Earthykins. Get a little sip of water. Earth. Where's the rest of the deck? There it is. Thank you, Alejandra, by the way. I don't know if I said hi. I think I did. I think we've been talking. We've been in here for a while. Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Oh, hold on. Some of you feel riled up. Maybe this is Taurus. Just because we have a lot of, compared to the other two, we have more Taurus energy. You're feeling a little riled up. Sorry. It's interesting because I'm like, it's hard to read. It's like, I can feel a little sexual energy there, but I can also feel a little like anger. Which I guess in a way, like unexpressed passion can be like sexual frustration. But you're riled. Riled? You know what I'm saying? Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Father. I think you're feeling a little protective. Earth signs. I think you're feeling a little in your bossy energy. Not bad, not in a bad way. You're feeling empowered. But you're taking on the father archetype. Which father archetype, I mean, both archetypes, father, mother, can be territorial. But father, like, father will, well, I mean, no, both of them do. Both of them do. You don't understand what I'm saying? It's like, I think you're feeling kind of protective of someone, something, yourself. But you're also feeling powerful. You're feeling in your power. You're feeling in your authority. We got the heart. I like that for you. Again, you're riled. You're riled. You're like, whatever's, it's such a hard word to say. Whatever's stirring. I gotta say, I can't say that word. Whatever is stirring you up, it's stirring you up because you care. Because your heart is in it. It's emotional for you. But you're getting in your masculine energy. You're getting in your authoritative energy about it. And I want to say, to protect it, even this could be a person. Whatever this is, whoever this is, it's rooted in your heart. Dare I even say, some of you, it's rooted in your soul. So you are going to be very protective over it. You are going to look out for it, and you're going to take it very seriously if something is awry or gets jostled. Interesting, gets jostled. I just got drawn to the boat. If the boat gets rocked, I'm not saying anything is getting rocked, but maybe you're worried it is. Or maybe you're just a little extra sensitive to that this week because of all the energies we have going on. It's like a hyper awareness in your masculine, which is like so interesting. Can I get another card for my earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Oh, there's a change afoot. The Bardo. This is a portal card. But something is shifting. Something is changing. Maybe this is, again, maybe why you're feeling so sensitive about it. Can I get a fourth card, please? Oh, earth signs. This is going to be a very interesting read. No wonder. Okay. And we know whoever goes last, usually they have the most interesting reads. We have shapeshifter and gnosis. Gnosis is a card of knowledge, divine knowledge. Shapeshifter is shapeshifter. And again, this is coming with the portal card. So, earth signs, something is changing. And I want to say out of your control, to be honest. But it's changing something that like is tied to your heart. And it's stirring you. And maybe it's even upsetting you because it's changing and it's like you don't have control over it. I don't think you're supposed to, right? Lose control. Have fun with that. It's not changing how you feel, but it's like whatever it is or even a person, it almost has this feeling like the cosmos are stepping in, like fate or divine is stepping in to change something. But gnosis, there's a knowledge component here. So again, it's not changing how you feel about it, but I think it is changing how you see it, how you look at it, how you see it and how you look at it. On the bottom, we have the desert. It's not a fun one. Yeah, and then we have threshold on the bottom. Yeah, this is highly uncomfortable. This is actually, I would say this is not a place I would want to be. This is being in a place where it's intense, it's extreme. There is this feeling of like, how do I want to say? Like you're walking a platform and the platform's falling behind you, but you also can't see anything in front of you either. And it's like, oh my God, like I can't do anything. I must jump, I must go, I must fall. But it's also this feeling of like harshness and intensity of like, I don't have a choice in the matter, but I don't. I want a choice, but I don't have a choice. But knowledge, thank you. They said come back to the knowledge. The desert card is also a card that comes out when we can be in a space of being very uncomfortable, but that's where we can learn a lot. That's where we can learn the most. Again, knowledge. So, you don't have a choice. You know you don't have a choice, and you know it's almost crunch time. Like there's only so much time left on the buzzer before this just happens, right? Like maybe this is something that was inevitable, but you were like, oh, I got time, or maybe things will change. Maybe it'll look different in a week. But deep down, you knew where this was headed. Deep down, you knew, we're good spending time on you guys. Deep down, you knew where this was heading. And it was inevitable. It is inevitable. And the inevitable is now. Lose control. What's under the threshold? Oh, we have tear. Yeah, you really don't want this. Tear is like crying and grieving and clearing and purging. But coming back to this final little message before we get into the signs. This is going to change your knowledge, the way you see things. I want to even say for some of you, beliefs. If this is about a relationship, because some of you with the heart energy too, it's like it could be a relationship. If this is a relationship, this may change how you see them, not how you feel about them, but how you see them. And to be honest, I'll be honest with your signs. It may even be a case of like you didn't see them clearly until now. And I think deep down you probably knew that. But you're learning a lot about yourself in this, okay? Let's go ahead and pull for Taurus. Oh, my throat. My throat. Taurus. Let's do an astrology hangout live. Hold on. The sun in my eyes, I could barely see the comments. We can discuss some synastry and composite aspects. Synastry is really fun. I play around a lot with that. Just with like friends and stuff who give me their charts. Synastry is really fascinating. And even composite charts, I get the concept. I don't know. It's not my favorite method of astrology divination or analytics, I guess. I really like synastry more than composite, but I see the value in it. Anyway, Taurus. Any messages or insights for Taurus for this week? Any messages or insights for Taurus for this week? Oh, earth signs. Okay. Earth signs, sorry, Taurus. I know I'm focused on you, Taurus. So I'm not, okay. I just realized some of you are not going to get this reference. Okay. So for people who have seen the Broadway production of Wicked or who have like listened to the entire soundtrack of the Broadway production, there's a song at the very end, and I don't want to ruin the story for those who have only seen the movie version, because it's going to be in part 2. There's a song at the very end of the entirety of the story of Wicked. And if you know, you know. And if you don't, I'm not going to ruin it for you. But that song is coming up. And it's like, it's like, it tugs at the heart. It's such a beautiful song. And I am getting that, Taurus. But how do I talk about this without ruining it for those who haven't seen it yet? I don't know how to talk about this without ruining the end. Oh my God. That song is coming up, but not the entirety of the context of the plot and song applies. Lord, I don't think that made any sense. The sentiment of the song is coming up here, but not necessarily the plot portion of the song. There, I think we did it. Okay, Taurus. Taurus. Oh my God, Taurus, I'm like getting emotional. Oh, okay. It's okay. So we have Page of Pentacles and the Sun. That's really sweet. Okay, we'll get, if the cards come out to indicate that message, we'll get there. I don't know why I feel the need to keep it precious. So Page of Pentacles and the Sun. Page of Pentacles can be a card of friendship, allyship. Can also be a card of starting to get plans together, starting to look at something new or different. Can even be a student energy. But I feel like, Taurus, you're starting to see something different. You're starting to see something different. And the way you're seeing it, you're seeing the beauty of it. It's like you're grateful for this new perspective. Even if it's just a skill you're learning, okay? It's new though. It's new. It's new, and some of you it's something old that is forever changed. So the sentiment, so I can share the sentiment. The sentiment that I was getting, Taurus, is like, I'm forever changed because of you. And it's just, yeah, it's just beautiful. But sorry, distraction. Whatever has changed, it's something that you didn't want to change, but it had to change, and you're grateful it did, actually. Let's keep going. Taurus. Yeah, there's the anxiety over it. 9 of Swords and the High Priestess. Again, you knew. The High Priestess, intuitively you knew. You knew this was inevitable. You knew it had to change. You didn't want it to change, but it had to change. And deep down, you were terrified about it. And I think for a little while, you were like, it's okay. There's time. Things can always shift. You never know. You never know. You never know. And here we are at the inevitable point of the change and the shift. And you're freaking out, but you knew. But when you get to the other side, you're very grateful, actually, for what you learn with how it changes. Some of you, this is a job. Some of you, this is a relationship. I'm feeling big relationship vibes. Some of you, this is a relationship. Some of you, it's maybe, could it be beliefs? I feel like it's more tangible than that. Like whatever's changing and shifting. Like it's something that you have been involved with in the physical, like a relationship, like a job, like a housing situation even. It was inevitable. And I do want to say it's like, well, it has changed forever. So have you. But in a positive way. Anything else for Taurus? 6 of Cups. I like, the vibes are so, like, there's so much heart energy here, Taurus. This is the only cup card, but like I keep feeling the heart so strongly. 6 of Cups is Scorpio energy. It is nostalgia. It's also like family childhood patterns for me as a reader, but it's also like butterflies. It's the feel goods, it's soul connections, right? I feel like you are, again, you have this context now that you are grateful for this change. And if it's a relationship, you might not have wanted it to change in whatever way it's changed, but it's forever changed. That's part of the lyric in the song. It's changed you for the better. I think that's part of the chorus. Yeah, I've been changed for the better. Ruin it. I know I tried so hard not to, and I'm like, I can't. It's inevitable. I can't. Taurus. Yeah, I love the song so much personally, and it's so hard for me not to like just like get into all the lyrics. But the main lyric is just a little spoiler. I'm throwing it out here. I'm giving you warning for those who are like big fans. But like one of the main lyrics of the chorus is because I knew you, I've been changed for the better. And it's just such a sweet, sweet, sweet sentiment. And that's like all over your reading here. Anything else for Taurus? Still a lot of Pentacles too. Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. I feel like that's also you. Tell me about this Knight. Oh, wow. The Emperor. This change has inspired you, I want to say. Taurus. Oh shit. I just got something else. Okay. A couple things. A couple things, Taurus. This change has also helped you to mature. To mature, to believe in yourself, to be more confident. Yeah, star on the bottom. It's been very healing for you. And also, I gotta be honest with what I'm getting. I don't really like ever delivering these messages, and me even saying it, I'm not trying to scare you or anything like that. But some of you, there's a passing. And it feels like a masculine, like a grandfather or father, or like uncle type or teacher, but it feels like a man. Yeah, maybe deep down you knew it was coming. Nine of Swords and High Priestess, you could even have a dream about it. But there's gratitude here. Any other messages or insights for Taurus? I know the mood totally just shifted. Oh, wow, even the lighting just shifted too. Actually, the sun's like almost down. Cool. We have Two of Pentacles. Why is it Two of Pentacles here? Oh, there's so much emotion in this reading. It's interesting. Like, there's so much emotion, but there's only one cup card. Tell me about the Two of Pentacles. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? We have Empress at the bottom too. Wow, with the Nine of Cups. Oh. Oh, we're gonna get in the Empress energy. That is like that shifted something. Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and another pentacle, another seven, and there's a Five of Pentacles energy here. This is feeling a little bewildered. This is kind of feeling like, what are the next steps? What are the next steps? What do I do? It's feeling a little frazzled. It's feeling a little chaotic. On the bottom, the Empress and the Nine of Cups with the Moon. Wow. And oh my God. With the Eight of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Lovers. Let's sit. I need to sit with that for a minute. Let's sit with that for a minute. Because I feel like you're in this. Oh. Oh, excuse me. Um, I just feel like there's a lot of different stories here. I can see it. Because with the 7 and the 9, there's also a 2 of Cups energy. I'm almost feeling like this Empress. It's another person. But because this is a general, I can see where some of you are like letting go of like a father figure. Some of you are realizing you've become the emperor um, because of a situation or relationship that has changed you, right? But is also shifting. And if that's the case, either way, there's this Empress energy over here. If you're losing a family member, like an older masculine, there is also feminine energy that's here in the reading, basically showing up as the Empress. But if you are feeling like you've just really matured into the Emperor because of a specific relationship or situation that, again, you didn't want to change, but it had to change, there is actually an Empress in your field that's like on the same level as you. And it's interesting because it's like, for those in that boat, I'm almost getting the vibe that like, you're free now for them because of this change. Take that as you will, all right? But for those where this is more of like, you know, maybe your grandfather passed and this is your grandmother, she's actually coping very well. This is again just one scenario. There's a lot of scenarios here, but there's just one I'm picking up on. She's coping pretty well. Depending on her age, it's probably something she's made peace with. Yeah, and even with the moon being there, she's got the moon on her side. That's like intuitive, feminine wisdom, even on her side. Yeah, and then with the 8 of Pentacles and the King of Cups and the Lovers, I just feel like she's at peace with that. If that's your situation, if this was like a partner to this person who passed. But again, that's a very specific situation, and that is not for a lot of people. And whoever is experiencing that, you've needed this confirmation, so you have that confirmation. I think most of you, Taurus, you have moved into a level of maturity and confidence because of a situation that you knew was not going to last in the state that it was in, that you knew was going to change and transform. And now that it's transformed and you are in the Emperor, there is an Empress around you. And I think you're aware that it's like, oh, like, oh shit, like, oh shit, it's time. And if that's the case for you, that you have matured, you've grown, again, because of a person or a situation that is now changing, you're now like ready for someone on that level of maturity. And I want to say, if that's the case, you know who this is. Yeah. God, the Taurus, this is super specific. And if you do know who this is, they're very aware of you in this context because they look at you as the King of Cups and the Lovers. Behind the moon with the 9 of Cups, which means they're very aware of how they feel and they're happy and they're content, but they also are very aware of how they feel about you and how they see you. They see you as someone who's responsible. They see you as somebody worth investing in. It's a crazy situation. Super specific, Taurus. I hope that these messages have helped you. We really went there with you, okay? Still live? I know. We really got into it today. We got 2 more signs left. This is going to be a 4-hour read, man. All right, Virgo. That was not my intention, but we're having fun. And that's the point, right? Well, kind of. We're enjoying. We should enjoy. Excuse me. Virgo. Whew. Definitely need a sip of water before we get into Virgo. Virgo, we're going to go in the dark tarot for you. Thank you for loving us long time. You're welcome. Are you wearing a blue sapphire? No, no, no. I have a bumblebee jasper, and I have this is like I love this ring. I love this guy. It's black tourmaline with Herkimer diamond. I always wear it when I'm doing readings. And citrine. I've been wanting to wear a lot of yellow, but you know what? I don't own a lot of yellow, sadly. Virgo. What's going on for my Virgos? Any messages or insights for Virgo? Any messages or insights for Virgo for this week? Any messages or insights for Virgo for this week? Ooh, okay. So Virgo, we have Page of Wands with the Three of Swords. Why do I feel like this should be in reverse? That's weird. I almost feel like this should be, and I don't read reversals, but that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Like whatever is being communicated here through the page, it's creating the Three of Swords. It could even be like gossip. It could even be like snippety, right? Because Page of Wands, like the shadow of the Page of Wands, is somebody who is like, yeah, who's like sassy and sarcastic, right? Like they'll tell jokes, but they're like kind of mean, like, or just immature. Yeah, so we have a Page of Wands energy creating a Three of Swords in your reading. Anything else for Virgo? I don't like that. Maybe they're an actual child. You know, children, you know, I was aware that they're mean. Virgo. Any other messages or insights for Virgo? We have Two of Pentacles. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? So far, Virgo, this is actually feeling very just like, not anything too concerning, just annoying. Why is the Two of Pentacles here in Virgo's reading? Oh, Knight of Cups. Okay, well, I like that. So it actually looks like someone's debating if they should apologize for something they said. Okay, we don't hate that. We don't hate that. Someone might have put their foot in their mouth. This is like such like a day-to-day thing. Someone might have put their foot in their mouth, Virgo. Someone could have gone as far as like to gossip about you, to gossip, to poke at you. But the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, they're like, should I apologize? Should I say something? Do I not say something? Some of you, if this is your energy, if you're the page, you could wonder if you've hurt someone's feelings or if you like came off wrong and you're wondering if you should say something. Yeah, I'm hearing close the gap. Some of you, it's close the silence. Yeah, something feels awkward, Virgo. Something feels, oh, I wondered where the chat went. There we go. Something feels awkward here, Virgo. Like you put your foot in your mouth or someone else did, or you're not sure you did, or they're not sure they did. It just seems like a misunderstanding. Any other messages or insights for Virgo? Oh. Seven of Wands. Is it really that ambiguous? That's getting defensive, actually. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. Oh. I don't think you want the apology. That's what that is. Okay. I'm sorry, it's just funny. Seven of Wands with the Eight of Wands and then another page. This person's a page. I get it. Okay, this person's a page. It could be reversed, Virgo. Reverse it if you need to. But the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Wands, there's an Ace of Wands energy there, which is like want, right? It's a sense of like motivation coming from the Seven, blocking this apology, blocking the Page of Cups and the Eight of Wands. I'm sorry, you just gotta laugh a little bit. Sometimes I find these funny. Yeah, so again, whether someone did put their foot in their mouth or not, there's clearly another side here where they're like, I don't really want to hear from you. No, thank you. No, thanks. Bye. Block. Like Seven of Wands could be block. Let's see. Okay, well, we do have the star. Maybe this person's gonna be very determined. What? Because they're coming up as the Knight of Cups and the Page, which means they've thought about this quite a bit to the point where it's showing up double. Like the energy is like magnified. Interesting. Again, could be reversed. Why is the star here for Virgo? Why is the star here for Virgo? Okay. I just got a little flavor of how deep some of this goes for you. Because with the cards out here, they're all minors except for the star. And minors, it's more like everyday shit. And even when like the pages came out, I'm like, okay, this doesn't feel that bad. But I think for some of you, if this person like talk shit about you or maybe said something to you or put their foot in their mouth, maybe that's a phrase you use, they might have actually like discouraged you, or it's like they may have actually put you in a place where maybe you questioned yourself a little bit. And maybe they realize that, because I feel like the star is probably for you. Tell me about the star. Why is the star here for Virgo? Three of Cups. That looks like healing of a relationship. I think this is a friend, Virgo. This is giving me friend vibes. Friends that don't know how to communicate, or friends that don't know how to act. Like, that's kind of what it's giving me. It's not giving me family. I don't think you want to, though. Can I get another card for the star around the Three of Cups? Yeah, I think this person's going to try. If they've tried once, they're going to try again, by the way. Six of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the star. It's your life, you do what you want. I'm just the reader. Ace of Swords is also coming out. So I think they're going to be honest with you. At least of like, hey, I know I messed up. Hey, I know I shouldn't have did this. Hey, I know I shouldn't have said that. And they're coming through as the Page in the Knight of Cups. Like, they are going to say sorry. And again, if this is reverse, it's reverse. I want to get a little more clear. How do I want to phrase this? What was the motivation behind what they said? There we go. Let's go there. What was the motivation behind what they said? Oh. I'm going to pull another card, Virgo, but their motivation was the Eight of Cups. They actually were trying to cause a rift of some kind. They were like letting go or detaching in some way, which is why they said what they said or did what they did. This person may even have like a pattern of like self-sabotage by pushing people away, right? If like there's too much closeness or something, like a little bit of an avoidant energy. Some of you guys, this could be this person. Tell me more about the Eight of Cups, what their motivation behind what they said. Show me more about their motivation attached to the Eight of Cups behind what they said and did. I don't know about Virgo. Chariot, the Sun, and the Nine of Wands. Virgo, it looks to me like their motivation behind what they did or what they said was honestly to get away from you. And I hate to say it like that. I know that sounds very blunt, but I think that's how this person was looking at it. They were trying to detach. They were trying to move on. They were trying to create a rift. They were. But I don't think they were very there's something about it that just feels immature or not very direct. They thought they were heading into the sun, something promising or some sort of new beginning for themselves away from you is how this looks. And the Nine of Wands there too. It's I just feel like it was combative, however this was handled. Wait, then why do they want to... I love it. We're being extra nosy today. Then why do they want to apologize now? I'll pull another one. I don't like what I'm seeing. Why do they want to apologize now? What's the motivation to apologize? I don't know, Virgo. I don't know if I would trust this person. I'm gonna get a third card and you'll see why I'm clarifying. Why does this person want to apologize now? This is why they want to apologize. Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. They see you got some resources, Virgo. That's why. They see that you're stable. They see that you're steady. That's why they want to apologize to you. And literally with all these pentacles here, I pulled 3 cards. We already have like, what, the 2 of Pentacles, the 6. We already had a couple pentacles out here. But all pentacles for why they want to apologize. They see you as secure in some way. Whether that's just confidence or materially, and honestly, I want to say it's materially. I think they also see you as someone who's very loyal. I'm going to pull a 4th card just in case. By the way, 8 of Pentacles at the bottom. Further clarification and why this person's apologizing. The Hierophant. They want to be in contract with you. They want to be in contract with you. That's how it's coming through. They want to be in contract with you. Yeah, 9 of Swords at the top. What are they worried about? Yeah, it's like they see you're getting some kind of justice or something. We have 9 of Swords, Ace of Wands, Justice, and the 6 of Cups. Classic case of they messed up. Classic. They thought they were headed off to something better. They thought they had a better something that wasn't around you, wasn't with you. And now they're like, oh, wait, but look at Virgo. But wait, look at Virgo. Maybe I can get in on that. Yeah. Make your own decisions, Virgo, but yeah. Nah. I don't know. That's what I have to say about that. Nah. All right. Cappy. Last but not least, Cappies. And you guys get, oh my God, I can't believe what time it is. You guys get the unicorns. By the way, I really enjoy doing readings at this time of day, and this may be the norm moving forward. Just letting you guys know. I don't know. It's just a vibe when it's like you're doing it as the sun's going down or at night. Like the cards read better at night too. Just me though. All right, Capricorn. What's going on for my Cappies? Pearls are coming out. There we go, the Cancer. There's your counterpart. Or compliment, whatever the word you want to use there. They're both synonyms here. Capricorn. Any messages or insights for Capricorn? Yeah, I'm literally seeing a string of pearls. I was going to say memories. Hold on. Maybe some of you, oh, thank you. Some of you guys are praying. Some of you guys are praying. Some of you are using a, what is it called? Rosary? I don't know if any of them are made of pearls. I'm not like, I don't own a rosary. But I see you like holding a string of pearls and you're like, I don't know, you're with, I feel like you're praying. Maybe doing some meditation, some mantras even. But it's like, I'm seeing pearls. You could be doing this metaphorically, literally. You know. But I'm being drawn to memories more than anything. Oh, thank you, Spirit. That makes sense. Turning your memories into pearls. We have strength. Every memory is a pearl. Thank you. This is reminding me of the some of the collective messages that came through of rewriting your story, right? It's like weaving a new story with like the old painful memories that are attached to these materials and then taking new material and weaving it into something new. You're shifting painful memories into pearls of wisdom. That's what it is. And we have strength here with Leo energy. You're really, you're right now. You're in your power right now. You're feeling strong and confident right now. Interesting. You're feeling like you have a hold of yourself. I don't know why I wanted to be said that way. You feel like you have a hold over yourself now. Like you finally reined in the lion. Some of you feel like you finally reined in your mind, your ego. Not saying that you were like crazy. I'm not implying that. Like running thoughts, right? Running thoughts, like haunting memories. Memories is big here with you. Maybe even emotions. You've gotten a handle on yourself. But I want to say it's literally by taking these painful memories and weaving them into pearls of wisdom. It's very nice. Ooh, we have Knight of Cups. Oh, Cappies, I love this. Knight of Cups, and we have the Queen of Wands at the bottom. Again, I just feel like you're feeling really good, like you're feeling really powerful. I feel like you are this Queen of Wands energy. And it's like you now have the, I want to say literally the strength and the inner authority, mastery even, after like creating your pearls of wisdom little string of necklace thing here of your memories. Anyway, to actually like move about the world with more of an open heart, in that Piscean energy, in that like compassionate, softer way. You're a lot more open to like love, I want to say, actually, Capricorn. Yeah, you're a lot more, you're just open. You're open because it feels safe to be open. You feel comfortable being open now, is how that wants to be said. And you're also, again, very confident, believing in yourself here. Thank you. Because you were brave enough. You took the time. You took the time and you mustered enough courage to face these memories and to change your relationship with them. Anything else for Capricorn? No. Oh, very nice. Look at you. Look at you, Empress. Beautiful. All powerful and abundant and fertile and feeling good about yourself. I was also getting to like in creating your pearls of wisdom and shifting your relationship to these painful memories. Yes, it's very healing for you, of course. But I also feel like you're also like seeing people differently. Like the way you perceive like social interactions or maybe even specific people has also been shifting. Ooh, we got a little fun coming on board here with the Knight of Wands. Oh, the Knight of Wands. All this radiant, strong, confident, open energy, Capricorn, you're running directly into a Knight of Wands energy. You're running into it. I want to say you're receiving it with open arms. It's playful. Whoever this energy is, it's playful. Tell me about the Knight of Wands for Capricorn. Could even be a friend. Maybe it's someone new you're meeting and you're just gonna like have fun. Could be an old friend you're meeting up with. It just feels like the energy of fun is all I keep getting off the Knight of Wands. Let's see. Oh. Nine of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. Capricorns, some of you really struggled to have fun. I hate to say that. Like I'm getting a little bit of fear and anxiety there. I'm getting fear and anxiety around the energy of fun because of your 10 of Pentacles. Almost like some of you feel trapped in the 10 of Pentacles. Some of you have had a lot of like responsibilities, obligations that you've had to take care of. It's very Capricorn. But to be honest, I almost want to say you buried yourself in it. It's giving me like the Shadow Castle card from the Archetype deck. But with all this work you've done on yourself, you're like, you've made room. You've made room for fun. Fun doesn't seem so scary anymore. It's not so risky anymore. There we go. It's not so risky anymore. It's not so risky anymore. This is again part of that collective message, right, that we got earlier. Responsibility. Right? Responsibility. Like you couldn't afford to be wild, you couldn't afford to be reckless, you couldn't afford to be, yeah, you couldn't afford to be wild because of what your family thought of you, what your work people thought of you, what society thought of you, all of your obligations, all the things you have to be mature about, all the things you have to take care of. What if I lose this? What if I falter? What if this goes away? If I have some fun? If I let myself be, for God forbid, right? But you can have fun now. You can let loose and it's okay. And I do feel like some of you are not doing this alone. Any other messages or insights for Capricorn? You may be surprised who you're doing it with. That just came through. Yeah, interesting. You may be surprised at who you're having fun with, whatever kind of fun you consenting adults want to have. Right? Because like there's a lot of fun that's also just pure childlike. Like, let's go to the arcade. Let's blow bubbles. I don't know, whatever. Everyone's different. Any other message? Thank you. Interesting. Four of Cups. Why is the Four of Cups here? Cappies, I feel like to create these pearls of wisdom, I think you've taken a lot of time. I think you've taken, almost want to say hermit time, some quiet space, contemplative space. You got really into you to do this. I think that's really why the Four of Cups is here. Yeah. Oh, Cappies. Oh, Cappies. Oh, it's like some of you to do this, to create, sorry, it disconnected me. To create your pearls of wisdom, you actually almost, I feel like you almost had to like go and retrieve your heart, is what this feels like. You actually had to like find it. You almost like, you had to retrieve the, like you had to retrieve the cup. But to do that, you had to go find it within yourself. Page of Cups is my card of innocence. It is an inner child card. It's the pure expression of our hearts and our souls that has always been with us since a child. To do this, you had to find it actively within you. Oh, can't be. Some of you are in this process now. Any other messages or insights? Interesting. Queen of Swords. Even though the cards are coming out, Cappy, it's kind of interesting. They're not loud, but they're clear. Some of you also in this way, like, thank you. It's the not loud, but very clear, softened. Some of you, your energy is really softened. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. What's the Queen of Swords here for Capricorn? Why's the Queen of Swords here for Capricorn? I was wondering. Yeah, okay. It was giving me a little judgmental. And I was like, is this like a boss, or is this like a parent or something, like someone older than you? And then the Queen of Wands came out, which I feel like is totally your energy. Yeah, I feel like it's a critic. The Queen of Swords is a critic in your ear. Some of you in your psyche. It's probably been there for a long time. I want to say probably telling you the running thoughts, that you have to take care of this, you have to take care of that. You can't do this because this could happen, that could happen. I want to say someone who's critical, but I also want to say someone who's really scared. Someone who runs on a lot of fear. Like literally, look how that's looking. Like literally in the back of your mind, in the back of your ear, telling you this, telling you that. And the Queen of Swords is not a bad queen, right? This is giving me more shadow Queen of Swords. Yeah, okay, so going a little deep here, Cappies. Some of you learned as a child to stop listening to yourself. That's how you lost that cup in the first place. Because you had someone, probably a parent or a teacher or an aunt, probably someone who's with you more than a teacher, but someone older than you in your ear telling you things. Maybe even telling you who you were. And in doing so, you stopped listening to yourself. I feel like this energy filled you with doubt, anxiety, maybe even a little bit of fear. Because here's the thing. I think the reason this person did this is actually because you have a lot of confidence. I think because you actually have had a good solid sense of self. And I think that bothered them. If this was a parent, if you were like that solid in who you were, it's like they knew they couldn't control you. So they had to find ways to keep control, is what this seems like. Long life. Yes, it's a long life. We're flowing over here and we're having fun. But that's what I'm getting with this Queen of Swords. That's what I'm getting with this Queen of Swords. On the top, we have the Five of Wands, so conflict. Interesting. With the Three of Pentacles and the King of Swords and the Four of Swords. Taking time and recovery for this. On the bottom, we do have the King of Pentacles. I feel like this is you. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, oh, and then Six of Wands. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking it, Cappy. Because the way this person got in your head, they got in your head, which again, probably a parent. It's usually how it goes. The way they got in your head, it's like they made your focus like control, actually, is what it is. Because it's like it's responsibility and it's duty. Maybe they made you feel needed. Maybe you were parenticized. It's very common. But a Cappy, that's going to get a Cappy to kick into their shadow overdoing, overproducing, over mode very easily. And I think that's what's happened here. But you're undoing that. You're undoing that, and you are reclaiming your cup. But I do think it's taken quite a bit for you to like find it again, which like makes me want to hug you. There's something else that wanted to be said here. In retrieving your cup. Ooh, sorry, another thing came in. Put a pin in it. You learned it's okay to be you. Yes, listening to yourself is a big part of that, but you learned it's actually okay to be you. Because I think that's how this energy got in your head. They made you think you as a being was wrong. And here's the right way, right? Yeah. The other thing, as you're claiming this cup, if this person is like still, is alive or has your contact information, because I can't imagine you're still like super close to this person. Maybe you are, I don't know. They might contact you. They might try to get back in there. Because I feel like there's been an energetic tether here for some of you. So as you reclaim you and your cup, even if they don't know why, they just have to reach out. Because something shifted. But you have been the King of Pentacles. That's a lot of responsibility. The King of Pentacles does maintain the 10. So maybe you've taken on the responsibilities of an entire family, a business. Maybe you've just made yourself trapped in this 10 of Pentacles, right? Because that's how you learn to be. Yeah. I'm seeing the other cards that are showing up here. I'm definitely also seeing false friends. I'm seeing that too. False people, probably because of all you could do. Like probably because of all you've been capable of, right? I feel like you were forced to be a caretaker. That's just kind of what I'm getting here. Like you were forced to like lose your connection to your sense of self, who you were, your cup. Probably over controlled, probably over criticized. And I feel like you were forced to take on a lot. You are completely rewriting that. And in doing so, learning to embrace this Knight of Wands. Learning to embrace being wild. No rules. that's what I'm getting too. Maybe you had a lot of rules placed upon you, or even just a lot of criticism. The Knight of Wands don't give a shit about none of that. Knight of Wands is like, I'm getting my card, I'm going. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do whatever I want. Maybe you also didn't get that. Like, because Knight of Wands is also teenage years. So maybe you didn't even get that kind of like teenage freedom, right? I'm just like, teenage energy is coming off of this really strong, like really, really strong. You get to be a little wild. So go be wild, go have fun, go see what's out there, you know? Go see what the world thinks of you. And again, I do want to say, like, the fun you find yourself having, you may be surprised at who else is having fun with you. Doesn't have to be sexual, it can be, but doesn't have to be. You just may be surprised at like who you find along the way, is what I'm getting at. Okay. Oh, like a playmate. Who your playmates end up being. That's funny. All right. We are complete. Almost 4 hours, you know, minus 5 minutes or so. But I had a great time with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed all of these reads. Give me a few minutes to put up the timestamps and everything. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great week and a great night, and I'll see y'all later. Bye guys. Take care.